Hey, hey! Let's go ahead and turn on the widescreen. Oh man, I got really bad allergies right now. You'd think the allergies would be done by now. Something about this room, man. This room just makes me sneeze like crazy. All right. Did you guys think I forgot about you? Nah, we're here. We're just starting a little later than usual. All right. So, the Dark Sylveon's done, but we still have Weiss, Dandadan. Okay, that's popular. Oh man, I gotta sneeze so bad. Pokemon battles are back. Oh man, I gotta sneeze so bad, it's crazy. Houndoom Break, live card shop. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Ugh. Caden's here, Six is here. Hello, Six. My nose is just running, dude. Like I haven't sneezed, but I want to so bad. All right. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just existing. I'm just sitting in my own home. It's crazy, dude. I'm ready for the allergies to end. You know, it was weird. The allergies weren't that bad this morning. All right. We're going live for Wednesday night. Very good. Had a pretty nice day today. After the stream, I got a good walk-in. There we go. All right. Oh, it's my birthday. I should put that in the title. Duh. Let's see. Weiss, Dandadan, Pokemon battles are back. Let's remove Houndoom Break. And put in happy birthday to me. Okay, we're going to hit save. Okay. So yes, we are a little bit late. I went and took a nap with Karis. She's asleep. And then I went, climbed out of bed. She didn't even want me to go live. She wanted me to stay in bed with her. You sound like you're dying. Oh my God, I'm not dying. I feel healthy, but I've just got crazy allergies going on right now. Let me go ahead and pause this. It's just crazy. You don't have to sneeze, and your whole sinus can get congested anyways. All right. Luckily, I have my sneezing rags over here. Let's put this here. Weiss, Dandadan. We were selling a lot of that in the daytime stream. I'll probably have to get more midstream. Journey Together. You guys already knew about that. Whew. Mister's dead. We got this Houndoom Break up to 3 now. That's good. I know the Poke Shuffle needs more cards in it, but unfortunately, many of the cards I can actually add to the Poke Shuffle are more like, like $60 and $80 slabs, so that's not great. That's not ideal. Did you see Japanese way to reduce scalping? Employees at the store ask people in line Pokemon trivia. If they can't answer, they get kicked out of line. That will help with the problem to some degree. And it shows you that there's a problem, shows you that there's people who are interested in Pokemon just for the purpose of reselling it, they just want to gamble. They want to buy the product, open it, and sell it, or they don't even want to open it. They just want to buy it and sell it online. So, and then you've got bots and scalpers as well. So it's plenty of problems. Still have that Fallout? Yeah, we still have Fallout on the menu, sure. I'd love to hear about your opinion on the foreign card market with the new tariff announcements. Excuse me. Yeah, that's an important subject. I went to school and I took Accounting 1, and the professor there, he was so excited to teach. He had this star pupil who went on to become a financial analyst, and he was on like the Wall Street Journal would interview him and stuff like this, and he had like videos of him on the internet, giving his opinion of the stock market, and so this professor was very passionate. And he always told me this, not just me, but everyone, this thing. He said, you cannot become wealthy without reading the world news virtually every day. He says you have to know what's going on in the world all the time. And he says that is the pathway to success. And so how many times have I told this story? I must have told it before. So when you joined his class, he made you subscribe to Wall Street Journal and actually read the newspaper. And it was so that you could read about the financial markets, what was going on in the world. So what's going on today, April 2nd or yesterday, Trump did something called reciprocal tariffs on every country. Basically, the rule is simple. If they have a tariff on us, we put a tariff on them. And it's kind of scary. When you read the comment sections of these videos, everyone's just kind of like freaking out at him. They think he's the demon, the devil, the biggest bad guy they've ever heard of, fee-fi-fo. But, I learned something today that I didn't know. Oh my gosh, so many countries tariff the United States. They all want to sell us shit, but they also do not want to have to buy anything from us without taxing us first. So I did not realize that virtually the whole world tariffs America. They're allowed to produce and manufacture goods and sell it to us, but we better not do it back. We better not manufacture goods and sell it to them. We'll export our jobs to them, but God forbid we produce a good and sell it to them. It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. And it's virtually every country. Like countries I didn't know how to tariff on us have significant tariffs on us. So I feel like that's been very educational for me as an American who isn't just trying to defeat Donald Trump, but just wants to see how the world works. You can't unsee it now. All of these countries tariff us. It's not right. The reciprocal tariffs, though, is going to be like a game of chicken. So I don't know how the economy is going to do, but I'm pretty glad I sold all my stock. I've done very good in the stock market. I sold half of my stocks probably back in, I think it was like the beginning of January. I think I sold half of all my stocks to prepare for the tax season. And then there was that initial dip and then jump back up. I sold at the jump. And so I'm out of the stock market, and the stock market is now below that point. So overall, I've done well getting my stocks out at, I guess, just the right time. Excuse me. I gotta blow my nose. This is crazy. All right, I swear to God, this room fills up with extra dust and extra pollen. It does. It just does. I can't breathe. All right. There are some smaller countries that relied on our market welfare for their current spending budget. And that was the nature of our friendship. I'm starting to realize many countries do not view America favorably. They just want our money. It's not a real friendship. It's time to stop pretending we have that kind of friendship. But it's tricky, because the United States is the world's reserve currency. So it's like you don't want to reach a point where in order to spite us, maybe everyone tries to dump the dollar sometime. So, it has to be a relationship where both sides are winning. But, this ability to educate Americans, maybe that's what Trump's very powerful at right now. That's the position he has, is to stop and educate us and be like, did you know U.S. aid was sending all these money to all these countries, maybe for foreign influence? But it's like, for what kind of foreign influence? What kind of influence are we building over there? It's weird kind of influence. And also, did you know that all these countries, they sell us stuff, but God forbid that they have to buy anything from us? That would be terrible. So we really we're their customer and nothing else. That's not a real relationship. And so, it's kind of scary. But placing these tariffs on, all of the countries, it's kind of a game of chicken, in my opinion. And so it's kind of economic chicken. I think Trump would win it very easily if all Americans just said, we've had it. We don't want the tariffs. You drop your tariffs, we drop our tariffs. Let's have a real free market, not a market where we're the buyer and nothing else. All right, look at these lovely slabs. It's very fascinating to watch, very educational. Mr. Emmanuel Valencia, $40 tore my slab away. Ooh, okay. We'll take care of that. I don't think it takes education on tariffs nor any international matter to know the U.S. is saying far too much to other countries. Well, I get it. When they say something like we need to protect our jobs, what they're saying is they're scared of America because we could outproduce whatever they have, and they're worried we're going to outproduce them and then dump all our product in their countries. They're scared of that. There we go. They don't want us to sell them stuff. They just want us to buy their stuff. And it's like, all right. In that sense, it kind of is welfare. Here's Garrett Nadal, 2 boxes of Dandadan. Sent $20 extra if you can ship my bag in both boxes sealed. Otherwise, buy more Dandadan. I can do that, Garrett. Did you have store credit? Is that what's going on? Let's see, Garrett. Grant Quan has store credit. What's going on here, Garrett? You sent me $13. That's obviously not enough. Did you mean to send... Oh, no, I'm crazy. You did send $130. I'm crazy. I'm not saying it right. All right, let me go grab some Dandadan. You want me to ship it to you sealed? You got it, boss. All right. I'm going to go grab some extra Dandadan. All right. I would have liked to have seen the outcome of these 2 boxes. But $20 is $20. Okay. What is this weird music we're listening to? Haha. Caden, what's up, man? How's it going? But yeah, it's a good time to not be in the stock market. Also, did you see the price of gold jumped? Gold and silver are on the rise. We actually sell silver if you want any. Okay. That means by simply sitting on silver, I've done good there too. I kind of figured gold and silver, not a terrible thing to have a little bit of that. Let's reduce this weight. The address should start with the blank, blank, blank. Sounds good. Crazy how much the shipping goes up just by reaching a certain price, or not price, but weight threshold. All right, I'm going to restart this software at the beginning of the stream. Let's just go ahead and restart the shipping software. If you sell silver at around spot, I'd be a buyer. I can't do that. I'm not a, I'm not a silver bullion dealer. I do have graded silver coins that we sell for their sort of their market value for the graded coins. All right. John saying, "Lol." No, it's not an unusual request. People want silver. They only want it at a good price. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I'll buy it. You just have to sell it to me good. I don't blame you for asking, but I'm not a silver bullion dealer. I don't get that kind of price. You know what those guys do? They buy like $10,000 of silver at a time, and then they get a little bit of a better price because it's a volume move, but also because it's a combined shipping kind of thing. They buy 100,000, 10,000. I don't do that, so I don't do silver bullion. All right, here we are. I don't make enough profit from that, and I don't get a good enough price on it myself. So these 2 boxes, Garrett Nadal. Let me write this. 2 boxes. This. Thank you, Garrett. Do you think these tariffs will be bad for U.S. buyers of foreign cards? Poe Keen said he thinks so. Just put cost on consumer, then Japan doesn't become as appealing alternative. No, I think they'll do pretty much the same. I think other certain items, like maybe vehicles, might struggle. But cards, it shouldn't affect cards too much, in my opinion. Check the Discord messages when you have a second. All right. Happy birthday. Yay, it's my birthday. I'm 36 today. When I started this channel, I was 30. All right. So, Mr. Gower showing me how new tariff regulations are affecting PSA. Wow, look at this. Due to United States tariffs, PSA will temporarily pause accepting PSA grading submissions directly to the United States. Wow. Okay, it says PSA is taking these measures to protect our international customers from significant tariff expenses. The newly imposed tariffs are against the value of the items in the order rather than on the PSA service fee. The table below provides an illustrative example of the tariff charges that would be incurred. So PSA is scared that they're going to grade your $20,000 of cards, and when you send it back to the other country, there's going to be like some gigantic expense. Well, no, maybe it's not when you send it back. It's when you send it in, isn't it? When you send it to them, it's the normal tariff that you always did pay because other countries tariff America like it doesn't matter. It's when they send the cards to PSA and the United States is going to say, all right, now this is tariffed. That is still crazy. For customers in Japan, all submissions must be submitted to our full-scale grading operation in Tokyo. There you have it. Pretty good time to own multiple factories, huh? Happy birthday, Economist. Thanks, man. Rip Val Kilmer. Can my bag be shipped with those boxes? Okay, so you want your bag going into, let's see. Let's go find it. All right. You just ask so much of me, Garrett. So much. Do I look like a wish machine? Do I look like a genie? Mr. Smooches, I never told you, but I got my Evo's Art and other slabs in the mail. Oh, nice, man. I'm so glad to hear that. How you like that, Mr. T-Ham? You got those cards and they shot up in value. No, I thought you were our slave. Hey, a little bit. You guys are my boss. Jose Arredondo, PSA 7 Booster Pack Mario Red Overalls. I know what you're talking about. Let me go grab it. Okay. I can hear a boat going by. Really lovely weather outside. I want that Lord of the Rings CB ripped live. Oh, of course. That's the only way I would want to open it. Here it is. So, Mr. Jose Arredondo found this for sale in our Discord server. You could get one of these too. I had more than one. Might be time to raise the price. You know, I priced these before January, I think. Let's just take a quick look. Can I see the Year of the Dragon MS? Yeah, now's not a bad time to be thinking about precious metals, because the price will probably go up a little bit. Here it is. So I might have to re-look at that price. I have a colored one as well, don't I? Here it is, the colored one. These go up in price over time anyways, without me touching them. So let me just do a quick price check on them, because we haven't price checked these in a while. MS70. That's a first release. First releases. Year of the Dragon. 2024. That's a lot of words. So. Oh, that's a half ounce. I was like, that's pretty cheap. Looks like he stays about the same. He should be 95. All right. So this guy should be about 95, and this guy's probably going to stay at 130. Okay. Not much of a change, really. There it is. Middle of the night boat drug smuggle. Nothing like that out here. The water out here doesn't connect to the ocean. Just people on a leisure boat drive. The weather's very warm. Jose Arredondo's order has been serviced. We have Miss Elizabeth. Elizabeth. So we have, where are they? Where are the boxes? Oh, here they are. So we have your HoloLive box and 2 boxes of Dandadan. Coming in hot. Okay, so this is all yours, right? Here it is, Elizabeth Missed HoloLive Spark Box. She got big order, man. Turn that down a little bit. So you guys might have noted that the title mentioned battles. Pokemon battles are back. Here's a Pokemon battle. This exclamation is like in the video game when you lock eyes with another trainer. But this is actually going to be called the Gym Break. It's only 2 people. More importantly, whoever pulls this Kakuna out gets a official score. So we have a tracker that tells you how many times you were the one to pull the chase card. So that's back. It was extremely popular back in the day. Last year, that was extremely popular. So that is returned. All right. This time it's a little different. Instead of keeping track of like a wins and losses score, each time you pull the card, we're giving you a gym badge until you get all the gym badges. Mister's old. I'm not that old, baby. I'm a ride you wouldn't survive. Happy birthday, mister. Oh, thanks. Here we are. That's just what creepy old men like to say. I'm still young, I swear. I'm young and virile. Here we are. All right. You ready? Let's go ahead and start sneaking. All right. I do okay, though. Look at me. 36 bazillion dollars of Pokemon cards. Now, that's kind of a turn off, though, right? I got a nice lake house. I don't have a lot of responsibilities. I don't got a lot of baggage. No babies. We are. All right. Very nice. I bet I'll survive. I'll survive that, right? All right. Here we go. All right. So, Miss Elizabeth, you ready? By the way, the Pokepot is new as well. Might as well take a minute and explain that. You donate a card that you don't want, a junk card. Then you get a roll of the dice. And if the dice are 3 of a kind, like that almost was, you get half the deck. If you roll 3 6s, you get the whole deck. Yes, this is the Pokepot. This is where we started tonight. Zelda, some V cards here, Electivire, a very decent Mimikyu, and even a Rick and Morty cards in here. So you can donate a card to the box that you don't want and give yourself a roll of the dice. This is to allow people to have fun even if you don't buy anything tonight. You can just take cards that you already own in your collection and have a little fun with them. And if you miss, it doesn't really matter because it's junk cards that you didn't want. That's the Pokepot. It's a new thing. It's been pretty successful. From sweet 16 to 36. Old man. Fat. All right. Do you think Masquerade is one of the best sets? Yeah, it's pretty popular. Masquerade, Twilight Masquerade, real popular set. I don't know if I'd call it the best set, but it's popular. Got a nice gray ninja in it. That one was a real surprise for me, because nobody really ever paid a lot of money for a Greninja before. I've been in the hobby long enough that there were no good Greninjas. So that's the first time Greninja really sells for like $700. We are. Happy birthday, 37 here. You're just a little bit ahead of me. We're on our way to our final destination, and we're taking the card market with us. Every year I make a little more money, and every year I pump these cards so that the kids can't have them. Did you think you were going to collect Pokemon, children? Guess again. I'm 37 with disposable income. No Pokemon cards for you. I'll own all the Pokemon cards. Why would you do this? Oh, he's a jerk. All the millennials are taking the Pokemon. All right, what we got? Here's a holo. Here's a holo. And a holo. Mommy, he's scaring me. I remember I called you old 3 years ago, mister. Now I'm 34. No! Oh, well, that means we're only 2 years apart. Here we are. All right. We're only 2 years apart. What are you talking about, bro? You're old. Tossing this over here. I won't feel really, really old until I hit the big 4-0. I better be dead or retired at that point. But no, I'm still pretty healthy. I'm not choking on anything. I'm feeling pretty good. My pee-pee still works. Here's this. And my hair is thinned, but I still have most of my hair. I did not, in fact, go bald. I got to keep my hair. How nice is that? I didn't even have to go to Turkey. All right. I feel older. I look older, but I still feel good. That's for Miss Elizabeth. Yeah, I had a bit of a scare around the time I hit 34 or 33. My hair thinned. And I had never experienced that in life before. I aged. But it wasn't that bad, actually. It stopped. It stopped all of a sudden. Now it's just kind of, I'm staying the same again. There we go. There you go. 40 is young when you're 50. Yeah, that's true. Average lifespan is 75 years old, so I got some time to go, huh? Here's this guy. Oops. I'm so young and yet with patches of white hair. I'm just turning into that silver fox. Awoo! Look out, ladies. Ready? Local cringy card collector embarrasses himself on YouTube. Snipping this. You just gotta outlive all of us. Now that ain't gonna happen. One of you is hitting the gym every day. You're gonna outlive all of us. Not me. I'm hitting the Pokemon card paint. That's what I'm hitting. Karis opened up a deck of cards tonight to play some poker with. It was the Disney poker. She's like, oh, this smells horrible. I'm like, yeah. I sit in a room full of that smell for like 6 hours a day, every single day. She's like, that's why you're coughing. I was like, that might be why I'm coughing. Okay, you ready? Yeah, I'm surrounded by the paint fumes from all these cards, I'm pretty sure. Dang, dude, that's creepy. I don't know what this show's about, but that's creepy looking. You're not even middle-aged yet. Hey! I don't read Lord of the Rings. Leave me alone. I did read Lord of the Rings, but I was really young when I read it. I should reread that. Oh, token. There it is. What a gentleman Mr. Token was. All right. Oh, look at that cigarette smoking. They're always smoking cigarette in these animes. Okay. Here's a hollow. Oh, excuse me. Okay, here's a hollow. Okay, all right. Oh, that was cool looking until it wasn't. She got a bit of cleavage going on there, huh? Set that down. Miss Elizabeth. Okay. Passing this away. Very nice. So you missed the daytime stream. If you missed it, we had this awesome, gigantic Dark Sylveon break. And it was this jumbo card, and it was humongous. It was really big. We made a short out of it. And, yeah, so that break ended in one stream. People ended that in one stream. Tammy actually pulled it. Good for her, huh? I gotta say, Tammy's luck has improved on this channel pretty significantly. She's had some pretty nasty luck in the past, and now she's more recently had better luck. Okay. Throwing that away. This is box number 2 for Miss Elizabeth. Opening up Weiss Schwartz, Dandadan. Dandadan's been a seller. Throwing that away. We're always interested in adding new stuff to this menu. New and interesting stuff. I got a special slab in the mail today. Well, yeah, I should show it off. I gotta make a video out of that too. Dandadan is a really fun anime. Oh yeah. So, very nice. Oh, that's the cover art. Nice. Yeah, everyone seems to be speaking positively about this anime. Maybe I'll watch it. What the? Here's a hollow. What's today, by the way? It's Wednesday, right? Wednesdaydale. Oh, man, I feel like I gotta sneeze again. Oh, man, what the hell? Ah, haha. Creepy guy. He's the creepy EP. So in the news today, guys, we have the Switch 2. They revealed a bunch of fun games coming out for the Switch 2. Did you guys catch that? That was some cool stuff, man. You are? It's Thursday now. Yeah, it's Thursday. We started real extra late tonight. We started at 2 a.m. in the morning. Basically 12 a.m. in California. So we started later than usual. I'm entering the battle arena. What? Oh, for this? It is. Okay. Oh, man. Coughing, sneezing, runny nose. When will you rip The Lord of the Rings? Says Daddy COD. Well, the way it works is each person gets their turn, and it's based on when you ordered. So Miss Elizabeth ordered before you did, so we have to take care of her first, okay? And then we're going to go back to the queue, right? There's a queue, and we'll see who's next. Might be you, if no one else ordered. But if someone ordered ahead of you, then they got to go first, okay? Here we are. So you just get comfy, and we will get through these in a quick blast. You'll be surprised how fast it's over. It's kind of like waiting for the rides at the amusement park. You wait, you wait, you wait. Finally, it's your turn, and boom, it's over in 2 seconds. So it's kind of a trade-off. If you want me to do your order slow, if I did everyone's order slow, it's more fun when it's your turn because it takes more time. Or I can zip through everything to get to your order faster, but then when it's your turn, I zip through your order too. Put that there. All right, here we are. Oh. Okay, your Hollow Lives. This is, what's the rating on this? SR? That's an SR. Let's find your bag, Miss Elizabeth. What did we last do with you? Here you are. I don't really know if the Switch is worth $500. What is even $500 anymore, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, there you go. They're just charging the price of the other consoles, aren't they? And it's coming out in 2025, and the value of the dollar has fallen significantly over time. We've had a lot of inflation. I think 500's got to be worth like $400, you know, just 10 years ago or 8 years ago. I got to blow my nose. All right, I'm back. The games are $80 each. Yeah, people are complaining about that too. Just how it is, bro. 65. That would be 13 spots in the Poke Shuffle. I just don't think we can do that. All right. Beedrill 200. This table is ready to start getting this picture taken. I got a lightly used Steam Deck 2 years ago for $430. Dang, dude. That's a lot of money. I didn't realize those were so expensive. All right. I did not know those were so expensive. I thought Steam Deck was cheap. You paid that much 2 years ago. That's my point about the inflation. 2 years ago, $430 was worth more money. 2 years passed by. with like an inflation rate of like 7 or 8%. And just 2 years later, that is not the same amount of money anymore. 430 doesn't buy as much. All right. Oh, this kind of needs to go into the pricey channel too. He's a nice Snorlax. Nintendo 64 games were $60 on release. Yes. Although what you could say about that time period, technology in general was a lot more expensive. All right. Very good. People, you know how people are. They want the games for free. Let's talk about the orders. So we have Rob Pruden. We have Blake Santoro. And we have, to click this, let's see, where's the next PayPal order? The next PayPal order was 9 minutes ago. So I believe it is actually Rob Pruden's turn. Yes, he waited 29 minutes. Rob Pruden for Lord of the Rings, CB. All right. Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's Fallout. Here you are, Rob. Could I get shipping with credit? Could you remind me the name of your credit? Here it is. This is Rob Pruden. Mr. Rob. Okay, you ready? Smite the Deathless. Bewitching Leechcraft. Ooh. Woe's Pathfinder, Soldier of the Grey Host. Ranger Firebrand. Golem's Bite. Okay, that's good. Forest. Great looking card. King of the Oathbreakers. That's cool as heck. Wow. Sauron's Ransom. Ring Wraith. That's good. Legolas. Rivendell. Quick Beam. And Orcish Bowmasters. All right. Amazing. Yeah? I don't really understand the most valuable cards. I just know the booster pack's expensive. But I think I heard in the past that the Orcish Bowmaster is a good pull. Nice, that's a good one. Nice. Good to hear. Legolas. Human Soldier. Yes, we are all humans. All right, we'll just sleeve these up real fast. This was basically a $100 booster pack for those watching at home if you didn't understand that. This is not cheap. Here's Forest, Golem's Bite, Ranger Firebrand, Soldier of the Grey Host, Pathfinder, Bewitching Leechcraft, Smite the Deathless. Can I see the Orcish Bowmaster close? Heck yeah, dude. Were you thinking about grading it? There you go. There's your zoomed up view. Thank you. All right, Mr. Rob. Let's find that Rob Pruden bag. Appreciate you coming in and spending some money tonight. Always a lot of fun. How high will Lily Clefairy go? It will have its limit. Nobody really likes Clefairy that much. It's all about Lily. Oh my God, Lily! All right. New bag? Let's get you a new bag. I think you are getting a new bag. Okay. All right. Grant Kwan is the one who wanted the shipping. Did you guys see the new Souls game from Software Game being made exclusively for the Switch? Yeah, you're going to have to buy a Switch. It's not like a remake, it's a brand new game. And it looks a lot like Bloodborne. In fact, it's got a name that's similar to that, doesn't it? Damn you, no YouTube notifications. Oh, man, I'm going to be sneezing. Too bad it wasn't Lily and Lunala. Yeah. Okay, let's take care of Mr. Grant real quick. The Duskbloods. Okay, Mr. Grant. You have $349. That's a big chunk of store credit, huh? This will go down to $340. Okay. Duskblood. Looks kind of like a... Oh, man, I'm going to sneeze. It's so bad. I can't breathe. I'm just trying to hold it together over here. It's where we live. I know it's where we live. We actually went into the state park today. So gorgeous. Trees for as far as the eye can see. And those trees are the reason we're sneezing all day long over here. Finding news already. Any of pack breaks? Yes, we have some pack breaks here. The Rocket and the Jungle pack break. 32 and 69. These packs have gotten more expensive over time, but here's the Elite Booster with 2 people in it. But the other one's further along, I believe, right? Let's see. That's the booster slab. Oh, there's somebody in the booster slab, huh? Oh, I can't even find the other one. There's that. Did I lay those bags down somewhere? Yeah, the Elite Booster's there. Where's the regular booster? Oh, that's annoying. I don't see the regular booster. Is anything else missing? I don't see the regular booster pack bag. That's not good. All right. One thing at a time. Let me take care of Grant Kwan. That has like 4 spots in it sold. I know what they are, actually. I can just reassemble it. It's 2 Elizabeth and 2 Travis Noah, I believe, if I recall. But we can't be losing those bags like that. What the hell? How does that get misplaced? Probably would have gotten misplaced while I was working on restocking the custom vintage booster packs. Which is why I was going to mention. We made some more of those custom vintage booster packs. Any breaks close to filling? Yeah, that's a really common question. This is kind of close over here. The Mega Sublist for the Mew has 3 spots. Also, you could argue that the gym break is only ever 2 spots. So this will fill quickly, especially I think if one person was already in there. I'd say this one's probably the closest to ending after that. This is the Lightning Break. It's got 3 spots in it already. We could probably start a new Master Ball break. But here's the Lugia break. That's all the way up to 10 now. Here's Final Fantasy Cloud. Battle Me, says John. So it sounds like John bought a spot in the gym break. Okay. Have you ever visited that burnt down mansion in one of the parks next to you in the hills? It's a Wild Honk Indian name for the park. Yeah, that's where I live. I live so close to that, you can see it from my back window. Yeah, so that park, you know how you can see the big hills? You know, when you're standing up high and there's the big, beautiful hills? That's my backyard. There's It's like this. So you get this big, beautiful area. It's the park over there. And then there's a river strip down here, or lake, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm on this side of the lake. So I'm like right here. And the park's right on that side, like literally lined up like that. There's the park. Here's me. And there's the tower up here. The Ha Tonka towers. Yeah. So we are extremely, extremely close to that. Sounds like you've been there, so now you know where I live. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. That river in that park is beautiful to walk in the summer too. Yeah, that's called the Springs Walk, right? I know exactly. Where are you from, Lorenzo? Are you from around here? I feel like I know this. I should know this about you. So yeah, so the way it works, kind of dips in like this. I just draw you a map. And then this is canoes over here and houses. Trump tariffs will come for us. So here's the Lake of the Ozarks Lake. Here's the spring right here. Here's the castle ruins. And here I am right here. If I look out my back window, I can see the inlet to the spring. The spring drains into the water right in front of my home, like directly in front. Karis and I can get in kayaks and just cross this water and go up into the state park. How pretty. We've done that a couple times last year. It was pretty cool. I used to live by you. I lived in Four Seasons in Osage Beach for about 6 months. Oh, that's cool. Four Seasons is a nice place. Draw some map to your house, then a blueprint with a big X on all the pokies. Yeah, I know, right? All right. And the Pokemon are in this stash. All right. So who asked the oldest order? I believe it is Jonathan Morris. He says he'll enter the Poke Battle Arena. All right. Jonathan Morris. J.M. You get initials because I know who you are. Jonathan Morris is in. Now, when you place an order on PayPal, never say another person's name. I don't think Bank of America cares. I don't know if they care, but never say another person's name. Okay, that's the rule. Don't forget that, guys. Eric Tang, 10 hot wings. You got it. 10 hot wings for Eric Tang. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is. Ooh. Very nice. Snipping this. Snipping this. For those of you just joining our very late night stream, there was an announcement put out by PSA saying they're no longer taking international orders. How crazy is that? Unless they already have a headquarters in your country. Or maybe they're expecting the worldwide shipments to be redirected to Tokyo. Here's Garchomp. Very nice. But they said basically that they're worried if you send your cards across the U.S. border, it'll be tariffed. Cold. Here's a doggy Borf. Okay, there's the doggy. Good luck to Mr. Eric going deep on the battle arena. I asked for a restock on this. My supplier said he will have a chance for a restock later this month. So when we sell out of this, I don't know what I'm going to do. Could be the case that as we get closer to selling out, I just raise the price to slow it down. All right, there we go. So in other words, I don't have an easy restock of this. Cute little greeting. Eric with an E. Here it is. That wasn't so bad. Kakuna has somebody in it. It is the Kakuna Gym Break. Paris. Pelipper. Who wouldn't want a Pelipper, honestly? This lovely Murkrow. Persian. Togetic. Okay. Here's Blake. He says, Houndoom Break. You're going in. Thank you, Mr. Blake. Okay, so Houndoom Break builds by 1 spot. Hey, it's Joseph Leader. Hello, Joseph. How are you? He's saying hello from the UK. I was listening to Nigel Farage. He was talking today, or was it yesterday? He was talking about how your healthcare system is overloaded. We are. He was saying you guys accepted so much immigration that your healthcare system can't afford everyone. Ooh. Anyways, yeah, I like to listen to your UK politics a lot now. Here's Mr. Blake. I'm trying to understand world politics a lot more, not just U.S. politics. Maybe that's the next step is you listen to your own politics to the point that you're keeping up with it too easy. You start listening to everyone else's. Okay. A lot of people are literally dying in the waiting rooms. Ooh. The waiting quarters. That sounds rough. Here's Miss Six, 2 journey together. No hollows. Why, thank you, Six. Okay, very nice. This is, did you guys catch this one? This Togetic's pretty good. Pop 38, Delta Species Togetic. That's a good card. That's one that feels like it's going to sell. All right. Good luck to Six. Six is looking for Lily's Clefairy. Ruffian is 6. I'd stay away from this guy. He's got a gold chain. He's got one of those dumb goatees. He probably listens to Joe Rogan. Yuck. All right. Thank you so much for your donation. The government has gone past the point of pretending to care. The healthcare system is broken. The taxes are huge. The prices of everything are high. It's not a decent life here anymore. Yeah, it's weird. You say that, and that's very similar to what we say in the U.S. It's very similar. Unaffordable health care. In your case, the health care just takes too long. So it's free, but the government has to, what happens when you're running out of something? Ration. They have to ration it very carefully. So because there's too much demand and not enough money, they have to ration it very carefully. There's not enough of it. It's like when that's like what they talk about with the bread lines, right? So in communist, Germany, communist Russia, when they didn't have enough food, they had to stand in line for the bread because there wasn't enough bread. And so you're having a similar experience, but with a different type of valuable resource called healthcare. United States doesn't have the bread lines, but we can't afford the bread. Now, that's not true. Some people really can't afford it. But there's a lot of people who can't afford the healthcare. So, take your struggle. Both situations are difficult. Here's 6. I think there's people who would prefer your country. And then there's people that prefer this one. But, yeah, healthcare is a real struggle, isn't it? Every country seems to have that as a major problem. Somebody's got to invent a way to get cheap healthcare. You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly it. Healthcare is rationed. Here we are. All right. Very nice. Miss 6. Okay. Sarah Dusenberry. Sarah! 2 vintage customs and 50 for my slab. Oh, right. You got it, Miss Sarah. Let's jump over here to slab away. This dips down to 345. Since Pokies are scarce, should we stand in line for a couple of packs to ration out per person? Maybe if you have like a friend who can stand in line for you, and I don't know. I don't know if I would stand in line. Here's the problem with standing in line for Pokemon. So the reason people do that is because it's like this product where if it gets sold at MSRP, it's like half off, and it's as good as gold. You just go sell it on eBay, and it sells like that. So people stand in line for free money, right? But it takes a long time to stand in line, and you don't even know what you're going to get. Might as well just clock into work. You know what I'm saying? Just go to work. Just go to work. It's the same thing. You get money. So you got all these people willing to wait in line all day. And the truth is, they probably can't get any extra hours at their job, or they don't like their job or something. I don't know. But if you got a good job and you could just pick up more hours or something, just go pick up more hours. Don't worry about staying in line. Just go pick up more hours. That's what I would do. Go produce something. Producing stuff is what makes money. Ooh, Charmander. Now, Sarah needs 2 custom vintage packs, and we are missing a bag called the vintage pack bag. Good luck. Here comes. Boop. We wait in line with diapers. Which top 3 countries do you think are best for quality of life from what you know? Well, that's complicated because, does it come down to for an average person, or are you talking about in general? Like, why not move to Macau or something like that, or to UAE, or what's that really expensive place that all the rich people go to? Did I already list it? Was it Macau? I don't think it's called Macau. It's that place between France and that other place. I think it also starts with an M. Yeah, go to Switzerland maybe. So it's difficult because for absolute quality of life, there are places to go. It's just that you have to be pretty wealthy to go there. Dubai, Singapore. Sure, Singapore. That's an expensive country. Shield on. Gulpin. Hey, Delta species Pupitar. Beautiful. Don't judge me, people. My girl gave me a mushroom bar and I ate it all. It's now starting to hit. I think I need some cards. Hey, you're coming here for some cards? That sounds good to me. Look at that Psyduck. A mushroom bar. What? Here's Ampharos. Bloob. Bloob. Malta. I don't think it's Malta. The Malta is one of them, though, isn't it? So all these fancy countries to live in. So, but I mean, for a decent quality of life, I think that I got to put America at the top of the list, man. I wouldn't be anywhere other than America right now. Look at what America gave me already. I mean, how can I complain? I complain a lot about America, but look, it made me successful. And you can be a successful card shop owner in the UK or Germany or any of those other places too, but the opportunities here are just so dense. It's like super duper dense. Super easy to start a business, lower taxes. The people in America have more money to spend. That's great if you want to open a business because you want a lot of people who can spend money. You get more consumers. So I got to say, America probably ranks number 1. You got China, it's probably number 2, and a lot of people probably just don't realize that. China with this gigantic population, it's pro-entrepreneurship, pro-capitalism, and they got this amazing manufacturing base, and there's just so much need over there, and then they're super good at exporting products all over the world. So probably America 1, China number 2. Number 3 would probably not be the UK. I bet it would be Australia. Australia has slightly better tax options. Like, for example, they don't have a death tax. So you see a lot of people move out of the UK and into Australia. I would say Canada, but to be honest, if I had to pick between Canada and Australia, I'm going to go with Australia for one simple reason. Canada's effing cold, dude. It's cold. Actually, UK's a bit cold, too. I've seen your annual weather. So you guys got this just like really consistent chilly weather. Probably when it rains, it's awful. But Australia, dude, they got the heat, they got the beach. So I got to say USA number 1, China number 2, Australia number 3. I think that'd be the top 3. Did he ask for 3? Yeah, there you go. USA, China, Australia. There we go. All right. But if you want to if you're really rich, you'll probably move to one of those really fancy countries like Switzerland. Switzerland. All right. That was for Sarah. How'd you like my list? Did I do good? I wouldn't move to any of the super high tax countries. It just doesn't make sense. And Australia basically is one of the super high tax countries. So it's the first super high tax country on the list. but they got the beach, dude. That's also what's good about America. America has, yeah, this is something Americans do not appreciate. I swear to God, we don't appreciate this enough. America's got the beach, bro. We got Florida, we got California, we got Texas, even the like Louisiana and Alabama, Mississippi. We got North Carolina, South Carolina. Man, we got the beach, dude. We got really nice beaches. We got Hawaii. We got Hawaii. We got Puerto Rico. That's a territory, but they got lots of beaches. And we have access to Mexico. We can go on vacation to Mexico. They got the beach. But we got the beach, dude. Canada doesn't got the beach. Most of Europe does not have good beach. Like France does. I think Switzerland has some access to the beach by going south to Italy. Italy's nice. But even Italy's further north than many of the beaches in the United States. We got warm beaches, and you just can't compete with it. So it's weird. You don't think of the United States as like a beach country. You just think of it as, the country where we got gangs and stuff or something. I don't know. I don't know how the outside world really perceives America too well. But, I don't think of America as the place you go for the beach. But it is. It actually is. You have Alaska, they have ice beaches. Yeah, and that's, by the way, that's one of the least populated states in the whole country. One of the least populated is Alaska. Alaska kind of lines up a little bit with Canada. What does that tell you? It tells you that's a pretty bitter cold place to live, which makes sense because it's just really far north. Fire poles. Did you like those poles? That was for Miss Sarah. USA bombed the Marshall Islands. Then was like, I guess I'll claim you. TCC, would you be willing to match or get closer to buy it now for Bulbasaur Blue Deck? You're saying there's a cheaper price online? Of course. Let's go take a quick look. I can see he was marked $325. He might have changed by now. You never know what $325 means. $325 could mean it was like, March 1st when we priced him. Poker Bulbasaur. Great card, by the way. Okay. We're going to go with buy it now. All right, I'm going to be making a change to this card right now. Yeah, he might have been priced a whole month ago. Be careful, crazy storms around your area. That list is good. I'm 38 now. Life has handed me some luck, and I don't have to work anymore if I don't want to. But after a year and a half of not working, I realized working gives us more than wage. Yeah, working is like playing a video game that you're enjoying. Like, you can't just sit there and not play the game and just watch everyone else play or just stare at a wall or what are you going to do, jerk off for the rest of your life? No, when you just watch Netflix, watch every single show on Netflix no, you got to work. You have to work. So you got to have something to do. But the nice thing, though, if you're retired, is picking what you want to work on. So that's cool. All right. Sounds fun, says Alex. Okay. I'll send payment right now. Oh, right. We have a Winston Lee, one custom vintage pack, 2 journey together. Here it is. Once again, we'll do a little sort. I wasn't able to make all of these. I actually ran out of time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to get this one. That's all we can do. Alex is laughing. He thought my joke was, what do we have here? Very nice. All right, Typhlosion for Alligator Meganium. So nice. Okay. Mr. Winston. Strawberry gifted 10 memberships. Oh, that's so nice. We are. Okay. Yeah, America's an interesting place. I feel like there's a lot of turmoil over here. There's a lot of anxiety. That's my conclusion. We're anxious that people don't like us enough. We're anxious that we get the right politicians that we want in power. We got a real split perspective. I think the Democrats and the Republicans view each other both as a sort of existential threat to their basic beliefs, you know. So that's where it's gotten politically. But, you know, it's interesting because that's happening in pretty much every country right now. Everyone's kind of going through the same basic ideas around, you know, how much taxation, how much immigration, how much should we go toward sort of like the new sexual identities and all this other stuff. So there's a lot of that going on. Winston. Oh. All right. Lovely. Oh, the custom vintage booster pack gave you more than the modern packs. Let's go find this. Trump's making it better. Yeah? Some people think he's making it the end of the world from their perspective. Oh, no! All right. He's a polarizing figure. We'll have to see how he does over time. We're looking for a Winston. He says, I have a bag. Ta-da! It's easy to have an opinion on him early. Let's see where we're at in 4 years. Okay. All right. Let's watch the market tomorrow. The market is probably going to be not pleased. I think it's already dipped. I mean, there's a 24-hour market. You can watch it. It didn't dip as much as you thought it would, though. I would say, like, when you look at it, it didn't dip as much as you thought it might. Sorry, I got blow my nose or something. All right, give me a minute. All right. The Nikkei and the future Dow is way down. Let's take a look at this. It really kind of reverses the sort of the way the world was working. Let me look at the S&P 500. Says here S&P 500 maybe down around in the last day about 3%-ish. All right. So we have Miss Sarah, 1 box OP9, Japanese, and 10 hollow shuffles. All right. They should crawl in a hole, and let's say, I mean, we all say, wow, good-looking people in the crowd. So many people. Biden wouldn't have had so many people. So many people. China? Yeah. He's a showman. No, but there's a lot of people who already didn't like him. So I think they're pretty much just betting on his ideas failing, which I don't think is, it's like not good faith politics or good faith, you know, like, let's see if it works. Give it like more than 1 day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For example, I feel like if both Republicans and Democrats came out and said, we won't stand for it. Other countries, you want to tariff us? We're going to match your tariffs. The world might twist a little bit. They might be like, yo, we might be getting tariffs from now on. And so some countries would probably say, all right, that's the way it is. And other countries might say, we'll drop our tariffs. That's very important for Americans. And you have to see past the politics to realize that's a good thing. I didn't know there were so many tariffs on the U.S. from other countries. I know that now. It's like this new thing I know that I wasn't aware of before. Ta-da! The Graveler. Wow. He's pretty spicy. You know, if they say buy the dip, who knows? I might stay out of the market a little longer myself. But he's right. They do actually say that. They say buy the dip. The market could be overreacting. Guys with a lot of money might be like, I'm going to cool off. And this might provide an opportunity for people who are more risk-taking and have the youth and time on their side. Let's go grab some One Piece OP9. Is this it? Yes. wealthy older people don't want to, they don't want to lose their money, so they pull out in scary situations. All right, let's see. Some of those people are speaking negatively to try and affect the outcome. Oh, definitely. Well, definitely, there is a struggle. There is a struggle, including the other countries. There's a struggle. They're going to make threats. It's a trade war. It's a trade war. Again, the fundamental problem, like I know the Democrats are not on Trump's side, and they just want him to lose. But look at it like a game. How is it they get to do all these tariffs on the U.S., and we don't? We're just like whipped. Damn, dude. Here we are. Okay. I think we've been in a recession after this stimmy-bucks fell off. Right, the stimulus checks, no matter how nice it is to get free money, the real economy is based off of productivity, not free money. And productivity had actually collapsed as a result of COVID lockdowns that, in my opinion, were extended too long when we discovered it wasn't that dangerous. I mean, that's how it is today, right? You don't have to wear a mask, and they just told you that. They're like, yeah, you don't got to wear the mask anymore. I mean, it's almost like it never happened. And so we were in lockdown for too long, and I do believe part of that was a political play. You know, the longer the country stayed in lockdown, the worse the recession was, the worse the economy was doing, and the more likely Trump was going to look foolish and like he was, yeah, let's get rid of this guy. So I believe the lockdowns were partially a political play. That's why you saw red states open up more easily and sooner. The cost of the reduction in productivity, that is the producing of goods and services, cost us a lot more than you think. But at the same time, we were making the economy a good fake economy by printing money and handing it out like crazy. And this produced the inflation we see today. So that inflation shows up in the cost of a home. So you go to buy a home and it's double price now. And yeah, that's where we're at, double price home. And it's an utter disaster for young people. Terrible. Because they were in college, so they didn't get a stimmy check. They were in college. And now they come out of college and all the houses are double price. It's almost like the rest of society stole your life from you, because now you'll work twice as long to buy the same home that your parents bought, or your even just one generation, maybe the millennials. I'm a millennial. So if you're Gen Z and you were in college during COVID and you're out of college or whatever, you got screwed by COVID, by the way it was managed. And again, I do think it was heavily politicized because there's a political battle going on. So, no, it's pretty bad. Things have to get worse before they get better. It's a trade war. It's a trade war. We're playing chicken. Let's see. Ever since then, people have been way more comfortable with having crazy amounts of debt to keep up with their lifestyle. Yeah, people like Dave Ramsey talks about that. I think there's a new guy. I see him all the time. You know who I'm talking about? He's got dark curly hair. He's got the glasses on. He speaks in like a falsetto, like, I can't believe you're doing that. Speaks in a falsetto. His name's not Caleb, is it? I can't remember. But he's kind of like a David Ramsey for millennials. And he's constantly sort of like showing off how terrible people's financial decision-making is. People are always dumping all their money into a really bad vehicle. They'll buy like this super expensive vehicle that just makes no sense. They'll put it on their monthly mortgage or their monthly bill. It's exactly like Dave Ramsey, but it's the same mistakes over and over again. Buying an education that you're never going to use, overpaying for it. Yeah, he does the financial audits. I love his show. What's his name? Because I run into clips of that guy all the time, and it's really entertaining. But he points out like how much people spend on like going out to eat. And it's a ton. And then people will buy they'll spend a whole bunch of money on like a goofy, like an acting course or something like that. He's like, you're never going to be an actor. Oh, his name is Caleb. Okay, I got it right. Cool. I got it right. So he's entertaining. I like his stuff. He's got a bright future. He's basically taking up Dave Ramsey's work to a certain degree, or he's a competitor to Dave Ramsey, if you wish. But Dave Ramsey was always going to pass his little business off to his daughter, I believe. Here we are. Ooh. There we go. Dave Ramsey, I feel Dave Ramsey's out of touch sometimes. When he tells people you need to buy a $2,000 junker, it's like, what is this guy talking about? $2,000 junker, huh? Why? So you can buy someone's lemon and have to dump $4,000, $6,000 of repairs into it? Like, just buy a junker. Rice and beans. It's not the 1990s anymore, Dave. Somebody tap him on the shoulder and let him know a junker's like 7 to 12,000 now. Dave is a boomer with how out of touch he is. The game has changed now. It's really rough now. It is. Here we are. All right, but you know, so the world has gotten more difficult over time for young people, and it's so unfair. And I don't mind it when the government tries to do things to help young people. I think that makes a lot of sense. You have a real crisis where young people don't know how to make good money because they weren't educated. They went to school, but they weren't educated. They can't afford a vehicle because cars are like $30,000 for a new one, and then like just a little bit less than that for a used one. Unless you buy a really junky used one, then it's like $12,000. And then rent's like $3,000 a month in some states, but even in a state like mine, it's like $800 a month, and you don't make a lot of money over here. And you can't buy a home. Homes are like double priced now. It's bad. It's everyone's like gambling in the stock market. They're gambling on crypto. They're like, I have to do this or else I'll never be wealthy. Quick, buy something that isn't going to be destroyed by inflation, right? You're like forced to gamble your money or else the value of your dollar will collapse. Your money will be destroyed by inflation. Quick, gamble. Gamble on the stock market. Gamble on real estate. The dollar's losing its value like crazy. You know what I'm saying? There's big bubbles forming. Pokemon will save us. All right. Ooh. Okay. Pokemon will save us. Oh, man. Okay, there it is. Miss Sarah pulling a nice box of OP9. Unfortunately, you got this, the clown Altart. I can't remember his name. Man, I gotta sneeze again. I gotta sneeze. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate it. They did a university study at University of Edinburgh here. People who wear glasses are 30% more likely to have genes associated with higher intelligence. Higher intelligence, this. Yeah, there's some interest in the whole conversation around genetics. Here we are. But I do have to say, sometimes people who obsess over who's smarter, I'm smarter, you're smarter, he's smarter, she's smarter. If you think about that too much, you get beaten by a person like me who just has an enormous amount of perseverance and grit. And that's really all you need sometimes. Like, you can just sell rocks to people all day. And if you obsessively work on it, you'll make a lot of money. But, you know, IQ is useful maybe for like inventing new things like engineering. So you can't ignore the IQ discussion either. But, you know, I feel like that desire to play the game, the competitiveness, and again, the perseverance and grit, that's it. That's the secret formula. You got to have that. Here we are. All right. That has been my secret to success, has just been this really strong drive. Not like super intelligence. Here it is. Just having a ton of energy and a ton of perseverance, stubbornness, maybe a certain kind of stubbornness. I think I was talking about this the other day. It is. All right. But the whole glasses on, glasses off thing, that's funny, huh? Maybe it relates to people sitting at home reading all day rather than going out in the woods. Well, Miss Sarah, I think it's time to move you into your own box now. Actually, we have an overflow box. I don't wear glasses, so I'm not in a position to know if what you say makes sense. Here we are. All right. Very nice. What you're trying to tell me is that people who wear glasses are nerds. What a nerd. Look at the nerd, everybody. They're reading. Make fun of the reader. What's the community pot of cards thing called again? Right now it's tentatively called the Pokey Pot. It's kind of a dumb sounding name. I need a new name. Would you like to donate to it? There's a lot of smart people that never do anything. Yeah, I'd say so. You have to have a combination. You have to have a combination. IQ is one thing, but like having like a lot of passion is so important. Okay, let's donate a card. Let's find a junky card for you. So, should SRs count? Let's see, do you have any more like traditional Pokemon types? Here's some Korean Pokemon. What did SRs sell for? Did they sell roughly for $1? Having a lot of passion and a lot of intelligence is like super lucky. I think you end up being like, you know, like Elon Musk and stuff like that. Real smart and real passionate. Here we go. Let's grab this monkey right here. Perfect. Oh man, I have such a runny nose right now. Add my squawk ability if the queue is empty. The queue's not empty, but I think I can do that for you anyways. What about dumb and passionate? If you're dumb and passionate, you can still do well. Just go start like a lawn mowing company or something like that. Be an entrepreneur. Start a company where you just mow people's lawns and then work real hard at it. You can add a good card as well. A good card, let's do one monkey. Putting him here. Okay, good luck. The talks like this is why I tell everybody you're the most respected. I don't know about respected. Here we go. 221. Wow, she almost had it right there. But I'm glad you're getting some value out of the conversation. There we go. Miss Sarah. And who was it? Pesa says, my squawkability. Here we are. Be easier to talk if I wasn't dying of allergies over here. All right. I love the new innovations. Yeah, I realized we hadn't really added anything new to the channel in a long time, and it was getting a little stale. You want to add this squawkability, I'll do it. Okay. He is squawkability, so he's a full art, but I don't think anyone likes squawkability or squawkability. I saw one guy started a business of just taking out trash cans to all his neighbors' trash out at the end of their driveways, was making an extra $1,000 a month. You know, I heard about a really interesting business that a woman started, and it was a decorating your front porch business. So like imagine Halloween's coming around. She will take like 100 pumpkins, display them all on your porch perfectly so that it looks like something straight out of a magazine. And that turned into a multi-million-dollar business for her. I was reading about it in some news article. Super cool. And all she needs is a truck and like a couple guys, you know, helping her move the pumpkins a little bit. But she kind of designs the look. So she designs the look, and it's like maybe a couple $100 to get it done. But it's just this absolutely over-the-top, spectacular-looking front porch that you end up with, and people love it. There's all kinds of people with that kind of money that just want a great-looking home. So it's sort of like, you know, there's indoor decor and the outdoor decor, and she specialized in that in a way that most people weren't offering. So you'd be surprised how much opportunity is out there. You just got to look for it, and it's hard to do that. But it's always important to remember humans have infinite desires. No matter what it is we have, we always want a little more. We have infinite desires. So you have to try and come up with what it is that will make people happiest for their money. You ready? Here goes. So this is for Mr. Raul Mendoza. Landing on 5, 1, and 4. Squawkability enters the Pokepot. Any box battles going on? Yeah, there's 2 actually. There is the new Rocket box battle with the Glory of Team Rocket, which I'm surprised hasn't moved more than 1 spot recently. Here's Fates Collide box break. This is just a regular box break with 36 packs. You get a pack. But this is a box battle. Glory of Team Rocket box battle 1 and 8. It is pricey, I understand that. But then there's also Astral Radiance, and nobody has broken the first spot for Astral. I'm not changing it. It's staying there. All right. Someday that box will go through. By the way, guys, we do have somebody in the battle. The gym break. Jonathan Morris is in. Boop. We need one other person for $25. Okay, let's see what's next. Miss Sarah, treat me right. Oh, man, thank you, Sarah. Sarah with the big orders tonight. We need to work on the giveaway, don't we? So let me grab this real fast. Okay, let's get the keyword generator ready. It's already 3:36. Man, the time flies. If I buy enough, I'll feel okay inside. That sounds like a shopping addiction. It is okay. Did anyone else go especially deep tonight? Let me just see. I think Elizabeth kind of did. Let's see. And Oscar, I'll put you on here too. Okay, Oscar? Getting some of these big supporters on the giveaway list. Okay, here it is. When starting up a company, just make sure and start something the market's not already flooded with. Yeah, fair enough. Here's the thing about starting a business. Everyone can't have a business. You know what I mean? It's just the nature of it. That's why a lot of businesses do fail. If every human on earth tried to run their own business, we'd all be saying, quick, buy from me. And everybody would be like, I'm not buying from you, you buy from me. So only the businesses that provide the best service and the best products and the best talent, workers that really just want to work all day, those are the businesses that succeed. If you don't want to be like that, if you don't want to have to run something, compete essentially, if you're not a big-time competitor, go find a cool-looking business that you appreciate for what they do. Just join them and be like, give me a salary. All right, okay. So, Oscar Resendez is in fact next. Okay, I don't know about that. At one point, we're all a business. Yeah, I think I've said that before. I think I read a book a long time ago where it says, when you're working with an employer like Coca-Cola, you have to think of yourself as the CEO of you, right? I think I said that a long time ago. That was a book I read, and it was really helpful. Oscar Resendez. He says, box of Dandadan and 5 history of Z. Okay. There's that. And so you have to think of the business you're working for as your customer. And your service is you. Doing whatever it is you're doing. There it is. Oscar Resendez. 5 of these. Dragon Ball. History of Z. I think we're going to do a price reduction on the Final Fantasy pack, by the way. This guy right here, coming down to $9. I don't like the way that looks. 9.5 is annoying. This is going to say $9. That's a price reduction on Final Fantasy. We'll look more into that. But for now, let's get this down to 9. Oh, how many packs are in there? I'm just going to put it as 9. There it goes. Oh, I got to sneeze again. Mister's trying to sell me Kool-Aid. He wants me... Oh, man. I didn't sneeze. I just about sneezed there. What the hell? That's the worst. It's like a sneeze cock block. You almost sneeze and you don't. Any new coins? Are you talking about silver and gold coins? I don't have any new silver and gold coins, just the usual ones. All right. All right. Here we are. Oh ho. All right. VENMO. First 5 packs. Oh, man. An unfulfilled sneeze is all given, no take. I hate it! He says, nah, Pokecoins. I have the same Pokecoins as before. I don't have any new submissions returned. Frieza, Planetary Emperor. Ooh, scary. Ooh, piece of candy. Here's Godpad. Here's Boojak, plot to restore power. Oh no. Boojak. And Jiren, climatic battle. Ooh, climatic. Okay, cool. Set this over here. Getting closer to that 100K subscribers, guys. What is it at now? We're real close to hitting 96. Oh, man, I can feel it. We're going to hit 96 like tomorrow. Getting real close. 96,000 tomorrow, I bet. Here we are. Oh, I can't wait to hit that 100K, man. Oh. There we go. Oh, man. It just feels like dust is going up my nose constantly, but it's not. It's got to be the pollen. Okay. Snipping it up. Pretty busy night for only 94 viewers, huh? Nighttime stream views getting pretty sparse out there. Is it because we stream in the daytime for a longer period now? You think that's doing it? Oh, man. All right. Ooh. Very nice. Here's a hollow. Oh. Fancy. You got an SP embossed card. It is very pretty. Take a look at that, everybody. Wow. I shipped my first Pokemon cell today. Said bye-bye to my first edition Fossil Dragonite. When you started, did you ever get nervous when shipping something out? Oh, sure. Sure. I mean, I still get a bit nervous. If it's expensive enough, I go, oh my God, I hope this makes it. Okay. I'm so sorry. My nose is so stuffy right now. I think it's because there's no loyalty anymore. People will watch you, then go off and watch someone else. Well, that's the way it should be. Here we are. I get it. Here's pink-haired girl. Oh, very nice. All right. I think it's also the fact that we started at like 2 a.m. in the morning. Probably. Aha, we're back. I didn't even bump the cord. I didn't touch it. I did not touch the cord. All right, here's this. And this. The guy at work that told me he's loyal to the company just invited me to his going away bonfire. He's going to be a cable guy. Here it is. Very nice. Mister, you need a new setup. Hey, I don't want to hear it. There you go. Very nice. Yeah, I didn't touch the cord, so I don't know why it disconnected there. All right. Wow, there's a big order, man. That's all to Mr. Oscar Resendez. Thank you, Oscar. Box of Dandadan. You got a nice embossed SP card. Okay, and you got some cards over here from History of Z, but we haven't seen any super hits come out tonight. I wish we would. We got to get Mike's side some clips, man. Listen, we'll complain about it for about 6 more months. Ha! Only 6? I go way longer than 6. All right, let's see what we got here. That was priced back in January, according to that number. Let's take a quick look and see what it's going for today. So this is Weiss. Jake and Finn, right? Jake, Finn. That price is about right. There's one for sale for $70. So we're going to lower it. I love this card. It's a great card, especially if you're a fan of Adventure Time. I love my job, and the company I work for is great. I still keep my resume updated. Wrong bag, says Oscar Resendez. Oscar, I was just wondering when I would make a mistake like that. Let's take another look at this. I'm glad you noticed this. This is why it's my... Oh, Rentaria. God damn it. So close. This is why it's my job to always keep the bag on screen when I'm putting everything away. All right, here we are. We still need a competitor here in the Kakuna. Don't forget, if you actually pull a Kakuna, you get your first gym badge. So part of it's for the fun. Here it is, Mr. Oscar. Now, this is looking more like an Oscar bag. Look at that. Damn, it's a fat bag. The 200 Eyes of Chat. 200 eyes. Good morning, Vietnam. What? Okay, hold on. I gotta blow my nose. I swear to God, this is so bad. I gotta blow my nose again. All right, all better. So, Finn and Jake going to 70. Aha. I've like almost sneezed like 3 times and then my nose gets super runny. Okay, 4.25. Finn and Jake. Very fun. Charmander. Char. Here's Kakuna. Here's Munchlax. That's great. Error Ditto. Lovely. Sent for the battle, says Pokey Pitch. Cool, man. Looking forward to that. James Gower says he'll take the Bulbasaur. Here it is, Bulbasaur, because he's blue. Good choice, James. That's a quality card you just took. Can't go wrong with Bulbasaur. Allergies working up again? Yeah, it's so bad. Grady Williams says he'll join the Kakuna break. All right, Grady Williams. Grady Williams. All right, good. You are on the right side. Mr. JM goes on the left side. This is just based on when you purchased. He purchased first. He goes on the left. All right. Now, a brief Pokemon battle shall decide the outcome of your break. Here goes. All right. I'm 50. Happy birthday to us. 50 young. We need a quick music. I could have music ready every time there's a Poke battle. You guys think that's appropriate? Let's see. Let's grab this. Right? All right. So here it is. Jonathan Morris and Grady Williams. I don't know if putting on the music every time is worth that effort. Is it worth that effort? Yes, music, says the Lord Change. He wants it. All right. Okay. Jonathan. Good luck. Ooh, Magikarp's going to be pretty weak versus 20 HP. All right, so what happens now is we draw from the top, and whatever this is has plus 20 HP. Magnemite. So he is going to easily beat that Magikarp. 40, actually 60 HP versus 30. So round one goes to Grady Williams. Now, Jonathan, you're going to pull Machoke. That's not bad. Versus Pidgeot, that's a tie. So I believe we draw one for each player, right? That's how we did ties. Oh, man, Tyranitar is good. Blaziken's also good, but he loses to Tyranitar. Okay, so the second round goes to Jonathan. And now the last card. Are you ready? Oh, Dragonite. All right. Boom. Dratini. Whoa, that's exactly how it ended for 6 on the other guy. It goes to Jonathan Morris. He wins the duel. All right, congratulations to Jonathan Morris. All right, so Jonathan, I'm supposed to draw you like a Brock badge, but I'm absolutely terrible at it. It's like an 8-sided, it's an octagon, right? There we go. So we also have to pick out a new slab to be a battle slab. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and grab this. You got a pretty cool Kakuna slab there. But the funny part of this is the best thing that happened here is not just that you got the Kakuna for half off. You get a badge. Let me see how I drew the last badge. Should help me. All right, so Andy Man got it last. Look at that. That's pitiful. Let me look up the Brock badge. Brock badge. All right, so it's supposed to look kind of like that. Yeah, it is definitely an octagon. Let me try and draw an octagon for you, Mr. JM. So it's kind of like this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then it's got like a thing in the middle. Oh, well, it looks a little better for you. Not a whole lot better, mind you. All right, so we got 2 players with the Brock badge. That's how it goes. Grady, you can go back in here if you'd like. Eventually, if you never play again, we'll probably would delete that card. But I think the goal is to get... you want to get all 8 badges, and what we'll do is we'll sleeve that card up, put it into your bag, and then we'll start you a new card, and you'll get all of the badges from the next game, you know, Gen 2. So it'll be funny. You get all the Gen 2 badges next. I don't know how this works. First time I saw this. Yeah, we used to do this a long time ago, almost a full year ago, and we're just kind of back to it just now. So I'll try to pick a nice new slab out for the next break. I think cheap's probably what we want. Like there's a $45 one. Not going to be a lot of great slabs to choose from, unfortunately. Like, look, this guy would just be 15. This guy would be 41. That'd be cool. 41's not bad, because that's very similar to a typical break. That's kind of cool, the Persian. Persian 9. Weedle. Oh, man, let's make the next one Weedle. You know why? Because we can then do the Beedrill. And then, so we do Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill. Get stickers. It'll be better incentive than Mr.'s drawing badges. Hey! I don't appreciate that. So he's 70, so he'll be $35 a piece. I just drew my 3 really poorly. Oh, I can't take it. I better do it again. The problem, Tammy, is they have to be very specific stickers. They have to be little bitty stickers. Okay. So that one's a $35 break. Yeah, these are those out there. All right, there it is. Cool. Okay, we're done with Oscar Resendez. Grady is done. Travis Nova says Kakuna Battle Thing. Travis Nova, you might have just missed the Kakuna. So you have $25. We got to get DP back. I know, I missed DP. Wasn't he fun? I don't know how it works. First time I saw this. So the Kakuna slab goes to Grady and the gem badge goes to JM. No, JM gets both. He gets he won the battle. It goes to Mr. Jonathan Morris, and then also he gets the gem badge because he's won the gem fight or something. You know, some stupid thing. Can I enter the next battle? You definitely can. However, the Weedle is a little more pricey than the Kakuna. He costs $35. So he is $35. All right. Thank you, Travis. With that being said, we are all out of orders. Would you guys be interested in putting a card into the Pokepot? Okay, also, let's go ahead and grab this. All right, we're going to hit choose a winner. Cody Hodges. Okay. Include. Okay. Can I do a custom vintage pack? Yes. Here it goes. Oops, we only grabbed 3. But what do we got here? Psychic Energy, Computer Search, Drowsy, Ghastly, Dark Hypno. Very cool. All right. All right. I better keep an eye on those custom vintage because I'm going to be sold out of those again. Okay, Mr. Travis. Let's go find your bag. Ooh. Hoo-hoo. Screw you, bot, says Alex. All right. Okay. So here's the Pokepot today. If you'd like to donate a card to the Pokepot and take a roll, who would like to try this out? Bear needs to tell Daddy not to tariff Pokies. Yeah, Dad, not the Pokemon cards. There's a nice Squawkabilly in here now, and this cool Link. I like that. Those are some decent cards. I like this Mimikyu too. Can I donate one of those Drowsies? I'll let you donate a Drowsy. Makes sense to me. There's 2 Drowsies. Let's donate this one because this Drowsy right here actually goes with this Hypno. I'll donate a card, says Grady Williams. Oh, we also just got an order in the queue. So this is like something that we can do if there happens to be no orders in the queue. We can do the Pokepot. There it is. All right, here goes. Good luck. Landing on 6, 1, and 4. So Drowsy stays in the pot. Grady Williams says he'd like to donate a card. Grady, First thing I got to do is find your bag. I'll donate any K card. We can do that. Martin Ramirez is going to go next, though. Let's see. Lilligant sucks. You don't want to give this up. Maybe this Lilligant. All right. How does that sound? Okay. We take your worst card for you, but it can't be a holo because holos are just too valueless. Unless it was maybe like an older, like you had X-White era holos, you probably could do those. I think that would be good enough. X-White era holos might be worth more than just like 10 cents. All right, good luck. Grady Williams. Landing on 4, 1, and 2 this time. The Lilligant stays in the box. What was that last card? Zygarde? I think you had a Zygarde. Herm says, happy birthday, bro. Thanks, man. Eddie says, I'll donate any K card. Eddie, could you remind me your bag name? You're Mr. Mendoza, right? Did the custom vintage boosters get restocked? Yes, they did. So we're going to take your promo card. Okay. Yes, promo cards can be donated. Figure that one will work. Oops. Oops. Good luck, Mr. Eddie Mendoza. The Pokepot, but it's not Pokemon always. Oops. Landing on 5, 6, and 1. Okay, the pot grows. Let's take a quick look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think it was at 14 around the time Elizabeth last pulled a 3 of a kind. There it is. All right. So let's jump back into the queue. Hit refresh here. Ifela Mendoza. Martin Ramirez, 3 hot wings. Okay, 3 hot wings. You got it. 1, 2, and a 3. So the Pokepot and Pokemon battles are 2 new things on the channel. One allows you to build up gym badges. The other one allows you to donate your junk when you don't want to spend any money. I say, hey, how about that stupid card in my bag? Donate it. Oh my God, dude. What a snipe, dude. Martin Ramirez, pull of the night. Altart Ho-Oh. Wow, dude. Ethan's Ho-Oh. You're going to make some people angry with the pull like that. No way. It happens. It happens. It happens even with 3 boosters. Difficult, but it happens. Man. That guy just did so well. Now you just need to grade this. Okay. Bam, dude. Martin Ramirez, guys. Beautiful card, by the way. And you're an MA, so you should be over here. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. He goes, oh yeah. Aren't you glad you placed an order, Martin? You kind of placed an order right near the end of the stream. Isn't that nice, though? Probably glad you did. Here's Gligar. Here's Why Not? Pikachu. Zubat. And Battle in the Skies. All right, lovely. First SIR for me. Nice, dude. What happened to that? So are we still missing that bag for the vintage packs? I think we are. We never found that, right? Hold on. Just a bin. There's the lightning bolt. FF and Elite Vintage. It must have gotten disappeared somehow. So by the way, Alexis came in a third day in a row. She got all that shipping done. She did such a good job. What do you guys think of that? I think I'll put her in here, actually. Why not? Got to consider Alexis. She did so much work. There you go. All right. Where to place an order? Do you ship out to the UK? I do ship to the UK, yes. We ship really often to the UK, actually. And to place an order, you'll want to check out the description of the live stream. Just click on the description of the live stream, okay? You'll see that we have PayPal, ZELLE, CASHAPP, VENMO, crypto, and you'll see everything for sale in the menu as you scroll down as well. All right, cool. Here's the new battle Pokemon that has just started up as a mechanic on the table. Okay. Maybe when you get all the badges together, not only do you keep the card, but we give you a new title in Discord. So I've been thinking about how to do titles in Discord for fun. All right. Here's a card I wanted to show off to you guys. Mega Charizard. Legends ZA is going to bring back an emphasis on the collectability of Mega Pokemon. So I just ran out and grabbed, the Mega Charizard. That's it. And he cost an affordable, cheap 5.3 thousand. Nice card, huh? Let's see where's the cheapest price of this card right now. Let's see. So this is going to say 108 Charizard. Let's try Flash Fire Charizard. What if we sort by highest? Oh, here we go. Okay. So the next cheapest one is 6,300 with 51 watchers. I would love it if that card ended up selling, because it would be like I instantly flipped value on this card. We'll see what happens. Okay. Would not mind it if that sold. Okay, so jumping back over here. I think we have a Blake order. Mr. Blake, what's up, Blake? How's it going? He says 2 Poke Shuffles. Did I get on the Mega Sublist? I sent for it earlier, just checking. Here it is. I don't see you. Where did you send? Blake, Mega Sublist break. Oh, weird. It's one of those weird double emails that get stacked together. I don't know why I did that for you. All right. Here you go, Blake. Sorry about that. I almost always get a separate email for every order. It stacked your 2 emails together like we were having a conversation. I don't know why it does that, but it's very easy for me to miss. It's also very rare. Like, out of all the orders today, yours was the only one that did that. Why would it do that? 2 spots left in the Mega Sublist. That'll be the first round for the Mew. Okay. I bit my tongue. I can feel a sore forming on my tongue. It's really unfortunate. 2 Poke Shuffles. You guys ever bite your tongue? Bit the side of my tongue really hard. I was chewing popcorn. Wasn't worth it. Ooh, old label. Yes, old label. It is. Do you like seeing those big purchases? I think that makes the hobby exciting. Mr. Blake, you got 2 hollows. Thank you, Mr. Blake. Appreciate it. Blake Santoro. The queue is empty if anyone wants to donate a card to the Pokepot. Let's see, Mr. Blake. Where's your bag? I know you got a bag. Ah, here we are. Lovely. Ooh. I'll jump in the Mega Sublist just a minute, says Andy Man. Mega Sublist is getting very close. Bigfoot going back up. Victory Bell. Valerion. Nido Queen 9. And the Temple of Mewtwo. Very, very interesting. For $45, this one seems pretty cheap to me, actually. Oops. Must have pulled that down by accident. Maybe that's how the other bag disappeared. Every day we're pouring, like every day we're shuffling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's a pretty good one. That one's almost a major hit. If it had been $50, it would have been. Okay, Temple of Mewtwo. Stock up on those potatoes if you want a Switch 2. Oh yeah, Switch 2, very nice. Luigi, great card. Credilli is a fantastic card. Tail End of the Race. That's a nice Charizard. Let's get him in there for $35. Tail End of the Race. You should have Switch 2 on the menu. You know I won't have that. It's going to be all scalped up by a bunch of bots, you know? We'll see. Tail End 9. All right. $39, $17,000. A cheap and affordable Gengar. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Let's check the queue. Clicking on this. Looks like we might have a new order. Cheap and affordable. Omar 4 Poke Shuffles. Mr. Omar, the Poke Shuffles are super enticing apparently. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there it is. We got Dunsparce. Doublade. Oh my god, dude. Tops you, dude. Congratulations to Amar Matui with his snipe on the Tops Geodude. Wow, man. There it is. All yours. That's the exciting thing about the Poke Shuffle is that ability to snipe something like this for just $5. It's sort of like the live custom, but it's much smaller, but still exciting. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 indeed. Golduck. That's a sexy card. Cheap and affordable Squirtle. Nidoking. Oh, he's so cool. Magneton going into the Poke Shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remove these. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There we have it. Okay. Ooh-ee, nice. Ooh-wee. Mr. Poopy Butthole. Okay. We placed a new chase card in there right away. Didn't wait too long on that. Wigglytuff 10. Dodrio. I'm looking forward to that new Soulsborne game. From Software announcing a new Soulsborne game. Beedrill. Buzz, buzz, buzz. This will be the last Poke Battle right here. The Beedrill, huh? Okay. We could probably make him a battle right now, actually, before someone buys him. So Beedrill's now a Poke Battle. We'll do that just because we don't want someone to try and buy him when we've got the other card as a Poke Battle as well. Okay. So you can pick and choose, Weedle or Beedrill. You'll have to tell me which one you chose if you get into one. I have two of the last three, 420 oddish. Do you have one ready for this 420? 100%. We have a 420 oddish ready to go. I saved it just for today. Just for 420, I mean. Yep. That's pretty cool, but this is not sold so far. Halo, huh? Omastar, Flareon, and Down into the Depths. So, Flareon is apparently a $75 card. I am going to lower this on my own to $60. I just don't feel like it's going to sell for $75. Lovely. Example. Hey Alexa, won a battle for etc. etc. In the future after the Beedrill, will you allow us to pick a battle prize on our own? Let me think about it. I'm open-minded to it as long as you guys don't do it in PayPal. But here's the problem. If you can pick your own battle, why not pick like a $10 card and split that for $5 each? The problem with that is you're just getting all the badges for $5. So I think to a certain degree, it would have to be like a minimum $40 break. So 40 each. All right, thanks for the question. Hit refresh. Okay. One spot in the Houndoom, one spot in the Mew Sublist for Eddie Mendoza. Oh yeah, he said he was doing this. Here it is. Good luck in there. Can we do a mini break with the Flareon? You would like that to be a Poke Battle break right there, that one, the Flareon. If you'd like to do a Poke Battle break on that one, I'll do 30 for each player right now. Oh wait, I didn't need to write 2 cards. All right, so 6 says she'd buy into this. I'll set it up for you, 6. Okay. Mr. Eddie Berto. All right. Ta-da. One spot remains in the Mega Sublist. The Mega Sublist is a very big deal. That's how this card right here is decided. This is one very special card. Probably the best card in your collection if you were to pull it. Some guy's going to pull this for $40, you know? He's going to win one of the sublists, and then he's going to be chosen here, and it's going to be like a ridiculous valuation for $40. All right, so, and then this needs to go right into the Houndoom Lightning Break. Sent for the last Mega spot. The Mega Break is over. Is Tammy here? I don't think Tammy's been here tonight. Is Tammy here? I realize now Tammy might not be here. Okay. Houndoom ticks steadily up to 5 out of 11 spots with 6 spots remaining. This is one of the most sought-after cards out of all the breaks. Neo 3. Ooh, very nice. I'm looking. I've been chatting. Oh, I'm sorry. How did I not notice you? 6 is trying to get some action on this Flareon if anyone's interested. 6 says Flareon Gem. Perfect. Oh, you've got a card over here. Here it is. Good luck, 6. Do you have any other evolution slabs? If I do, I'll try to find them. Or do you want them to keep going for battles? I'll keep them in mind that you like those. Okay. Andrew Martin's over here saying, get me into the Mega Sublist. Thank you, Andrew Martin. That completes the Mega Sublist. Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tell you what. Let's get rid of this card. We don't actually need that, because what we really need is a fresh card each time that goes in, because you're going to actually keep that. It's called a Mega Booster. Okay. Battles are nice, because even when you lose, you felt part of another person's gain since it's so personal. Oh, I didn't see it that way. That's an interesting point of view. Meaning you don't mind if 6 takes $30 from you. It doesn't bother you. You know, in the actual Pokemon game, when you lose a battle, somebody takes your money. That's a real thing. They actually take your money in the game. Yeah, it does feel better. I get that. It says Poke Pitch. Mentality of a dueler. All right. Give us a number. We need a number to split the deck. Split the boosters. Mega Sublist going off. 3. 1, 2, 3. Travis Nova on 1. Sean Gallagher on 2. Anthony Kalura on 3. Colton Pinder. Elizabeth. JM. That says JM. Kevin Vu. Blake. Eddie. And Andrew Martin. There it is. That is the end of the break, and it all added up. Okay. I'm going to set your cards to the side, everybody. So, Mr. JM's having a nice night tonight. Pulling the Mega Booster, or the Mega Booster is a big deal. Because we are now going to take this card, this very fancy Mew. Where'd he go? He was just here. Oh, he's perfectly hidden. He's in. All right, so, and this ticks up to 1. So there's only 6 more shots you get to try and get into this mega break. 6 more rounds. Good luck, everybody. What? Feels good, right? Jonathan Morris, you've been in a lot of breaks where you just get liquidated, basically. Here we are. It's pretty tough sometimes because, you know, the breaks are constantly occurring, and they're kind of a chunky $40 buy-in. You know, it's not small beans. Maybe that's why the Poke Shuffle is so popular, is because it's small beans, right? And so, but when you're buying in at 40, it is a lot of cash. You get into 10 breaks, that's $400. Oh, is this it? Ah, found it. I knew it was around here. There's the vintage baggie. So this shows you who's in the vintage. There it is, 2 Travis, 2 Elizabeth. We need 6 people over there to open the jungle pack, to unlock the jungle pack. All right, so Mega Break round 1 is over. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Round 2 begins. So you have 6 more shots at that Mew, or you have to buy straight in at 400, which I don't recommend. Unless you're some kind of rich guy who doesn't mind missing out on quite a bit of his cash. All right. So Mew going off once. That's cool. Travis Noah, Flareon Battle. That's it. The Flareon Battle's going off. Travis Noah, Nova. He tried doing the first round and missed it, so now he's going into round 2. Okay. Get your card out there, 6. Okay. Here's our playing deck. Game on, 6. Yeah. I've been chatting, mister. Battles are nice. See that nice shuffle? Good luck, you guys. All right. So 6, she's going to play Pinsir. Kind of a weaker pull. That's a 60 HP card. Oh, yeah, you're going to get clubbed by Charizard. Round 1 goes over here. Ditto, all right. Computer search. Oh, no. Computer search. Really, anything above 50 is all that's needed. But we are going to pull Swampert. Okay, Swampert comes out. Okay, and now. Oh, but there's no way for 6 to win now. It goes to Travis Nova. So there's no way because he's already got 2 out of 3. Your last card was the Great Ball, which lets you pick a Pokemon, and Moltres. All right, this round goes to Travis Nova. All right. Thank you, everybody. Set this over here. Travis Nova, now I have to draw you a gym badge. Look at that poor gym badge. Man. Okay. Is that an improvement? I mean, it looks slightly better. I think that's the best one so far. But look, it's the largest one so far. Going forward, let's make Ditto a tie round like the Joker. Since we're just kind of making up the rules as we go, I'm okay with that. Ditto is now a tied round. We didn't have that rule before, and now that's a rule. Travis, the best part is now you got a nice little card. How cool is that? Okay. Okay, elect the buzz. What time is it? 4:30. We still got time, guys. I do need to do something for everyone in our Discord server. We hosted a... Give me a second here. We hosted a survey in our Discord server, and I promised the people in the survey that they would get into a giveaway, didn't I? I promised them they would get in a giveaway. So here we go. I'm going to figure out who exactly was in that now. Giobina. Do I even need this? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Slim Shady. Slim Shady. I told them it was a $100 slab. We're going to do this slab here. All right. MDKKB. You guys are watching a giveaway get set up. Bain Abs. Matthew Bain, I think. Okay, so this is a Lilith. Okay. I'm kind of reading the feedback that they left just to kind of absorb it and get the value out of it. So here is Mr. The. He's going in. Y'all trying to get that Arby's Dice release today? Arby's Dice, what are you talking about? Like, here's a piece of advice. Not going to lie, any video that says top pulls, cards, or investments for Pokemon is an immediate don't watch. Okay. Okay. Here is Pranksta. Gangsta. Very nice. Okay. So quid membrane. Actually, we're just going to write you down as okay. People have to learn for themselves. What are they learning? Let me mark this unread. That sounds like I need to actually talk to that guy. He had a question about his cards. Okay. Let me mark this one unread too. I get a lot of messages, by the way. Let's see. I don't understand this question this guy has. Do you take English Classic Collection? What is he talking about? And mark this unread as well. Okay, this one can be skipped. Didn't want to miss this one. He asked me if the giveaway had been done yet, and it had not. Sorry, guys, if I'm just a little quiet. We're almost done. I think we got them all. Here are the names. If you don't see your name in there, let me know if you were meant to be in there. I think I got everybody. Am I missing anybody? Here's one of the problems is if you talk to me later, it's hard for me to know if you were one of the people who left the review. I think what I can do is, if you were meant to be in this list, I can go back and put you in a new giveaway. Did Marco contribute? Marco? I'm not sure. But if I don't have his message saved, I'm not sure. Here's Marco right here. He is one of those guys who was talking to me. Oh, wait, here it is. Yes, Marco. Yes. I scrolled up on him. Here it is. He was actually the last message to check. There goes. Cody Hodges says, mine probably got buried weeks ago. Cody, so you had one too? Okay, yes, Cody was in there, Mr. Cody. It's not that it got buried. You know what it is? You started a new conversation with me, and after I was done with that conversation, I forgot to mark your message unread. Okay, so there we go. I think we're caught up on that. I had one as well. It says Bear in the Woods. You're not kidding, right? Can you send me a message on Discord real fast so I can verify it and get you in here? Anyone else? Arby's is releasing a set of dice today. Last time they sold out hella fast. Really? Like 20-sided dice? Okay, there's Mr. Bear in the Woods. Perfect. You know, by the way, for the survey, it was a question about Bear in the Woods. It was a question about why our monthly recap videos weren't necessarily pulling in the views we wanted. And so we just wanted some feedback from people. And you know what the number one comment people left on the video was? They already saw all the polls. Because it was already in the live stream. And then after the live stream, if it was a really good poll, it was already short. So it was both in the live and in the shorts. And then so the recap was like this third piece of content of the exact same thing. So many people mentioned they just don't watch it. So there you go. It was good feedback. I felt like we learned something valuable that day. You can't squeeze the same piece of content too many times. It doesn't work. Got to make something new. People want new. Speaking of which, how have our videos been doing lately? The slab videos. All slabs for sale video. Ooh, man, I don't like the way that thumbnail looks at all. Okay, let me look at the analytics. I'm curious. We actually got subscribers and revenue from that video. It's so funny. I'm just selling some slabs, and it's this really low effort, poor quality video, and yet it makes me ad revenue. And then people buy the slabs too. How crazy is that? Okay, but yeah, that was pretty good feedback. I agree. We actually learned some stuff. Some people had things to say about, like, you know, they didn't like it that there were things other than Pokemon in the stream, like the video, like they only care about Pokemon. They said stuff like, you know, there was all these pulls that weren't that exciting. There was one or two that really did excite them. And then they said stuff like, I'm trying to remember it all. Some people mentioned they didn't like the sound of it. Some people mentioned it's too similar to the stream, that we should have something that's not like the stream. Some people mentioned, what am I missing? I think that's most of it. Was there more? I can't remember. Some people mentioned they don't like the title They said anytime a title has a very overused word like most or top, they said they just don't watch it. All right. Here goes. Ready? The 20-sided die shall decide who gets this $100 Hello Kitty slab. Landing on 11, Cody Hodges. Congratulations to Cody Hodges. He participated in a survey and got a $100 slab. It's not bad. Okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we learned some stuff. I told Mike Side, you know what? Don't do the monthly recaps anymore. It's not needed. Because all that gets put into the shorts. There you go. I told him save it for end of the year. I said post something at the end of the year. Okay, good. Wow. That's pretty good, huh? Just for filling in a survey. I mean, you always hear about those surveys. You know, you go to like Taco Bell or something, and they're like, fill in the survey and win a free burrito. And you're like, I ain't doing that. Or it's like something ridiculous, like fill in the survey and win $10,000. And you go, yeah, right. And but here we had a simple survey, and you actually got a $100 card pretty easy. He says, oh, snap, thank you. Yes, sir. All right, so what's next? What do we have next? Hitting refresh on this stream. It looks like we have no orders in the queue, but the stream's not over. We've only been live for 2.5 hours. Feel free to place an order on the latest, latest sets. What do we have in here? Halo, Final Fantasy's down to 9. Terror Festival. Sneaker Bunko. That looks unprofessional. Let's just get this a new sticker. I want to see Mr. do an ASMR TikTok video with good. With good? Yeah, I'm tired of him doing it with bad. How about with good? There it goes. Sneaker Bunko, Oshinoko Volume 2. EB2. I bought so much EB2. God damn, dude. Hopefully it gets more valuable over time. OP11. Journey Together. That's been a big seller. Topps Finest. Let's bring Topps Finest down a little bit. Not really selling too hard. Maybe the price is wrong. Okay, that goes down by about 10%. Let's update that in the menu here. Topps Finest changing from 32 to 29. Yes, we do lower prices, in fact, sometimes. Here's Dragon Ball. Here is Hot Wing and Battle Partners. These have done spectacularly well. Very popular right now. And we have a new item to add to the menu. Dandadan. Dandadan's a pretty cheap $4.50 or $55 a box. Just post your question. I think Mr. misses them. Do messages come through? How many spots can I get in the Lugia break for that Geodude? Oh, you want to trade the Geodude bag, huh? I see how it is. How about... Well, how about $1 and $10 of store credit? There you go. Okay. We're going to say, oops. Oh my God, it already looks like a 5. Can you see RNG's message? I did not originally see his message, but I see it now. Okay. It's not an amazing offer, but you know, it's a lot easier than selling your card online. $4.5, $55 box. Dandadan. I don't really even think that set needs a lot of advertising. It's just selling. Okay, cool. I took a good nap, says Mr. A. Perez. How's life going, Mr. A. Perez? Oh, eyeball is itching. 1 spot and 4 battle partners. 1 spot and $10 of store credit. That's all I can do on the Geodude. Here it is. We got we got Premium Marvel $5 packs. Basically, if you'd like to make a lot more money on that Geodude, what you need to do is have me ship it home to you. And you got to go sell it on eBay, not Feebay. And you will make more money doing that, I'm sure of it. He's a more valuable card than $50. But you have to go do all that work. You might only make about $15 more, maybe $20 more. There it is. So that's up to you to do that. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We've got... My job is to kind of take all these for sale slabs and just kind of push them out in the world, you know. They're not supposed to stay trapped here. Nicholas says 40 for a spot in the Houndoom break. Okay. First time order. Oh, Nicholas Lloyd. All right. First time order, everybody. He wants a spot in the Houndoom break. Now, Nicholas, have you been watching our stream? Do you understand how it all works? If you have any questions at all, just ask them. I'll answer it over and over and over again. He says, you're right. I'll keep the Geodude. Okay, there you go. So here's Houndoom ticking up to 6. Very nice. Okay. He's a nice card, by the way. You don't even have to sell him. You can just have him sit in your collection. It's no rush. Because he's rare. That's for sure. Here's Charmander 10. That's up to 6 now, everybody. So 3 Japanese, 151. Good choice. Good choice. I've watched for years. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Okay, and let's see. Having a little fun tonight, huh? Oh, here it is. Your first time slab. Look at that. Got to keep my eye peeled for another one of these now. So, Nicholas, this is your first time order slab. We've been offering that to new buyers just because we are in the process of trying to catch some new buyers and say, hey, get your booty cheeks in here. Thank you, Nicholas. Ooh, just now ordering something. You know, I've heard that a lot. I've heard a lot of people say that. They say they've watched for a long time and then they say, okay, I'll give it a try. There it is. Okay. Very nice. Let's try this. What's going to happen? It's a slippery slope down the Pokemon rabbit hole. It's true. Here's... But you know what that means. It means that what we have going on here is very fun. Here's Persian. I think it's just a matter of budgeting yourself and being chill. Sometimes buying cards is all about your emotions. You just got to be in charge. Here's a Rattata. Or you can purchase cards with Reckless Abandon. I don't care. There's Arbok. The nice thing about Pokemon cards is that, you know, at least you got Pokemon cards at the end of the day. Nicholas, new bag, because he's new. All right, now you're getting your first time bag. How cool is that? So you've watched, but you've never participated, and now you're participating. How does it feel? Is it like refreshing? It's kind of cool, right? Okay. It's not as fun to just watch everybody else open packs and everyone else participate in the breaks. It's actually way more fun to participate. Okay, there we go. Go in the pokey hole aggressively. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we're up to 6 in the Houndoom. How about that, guys? Okay. I would rather have $100 of bulk commons over a $100 digital card. You know, there might be a space for, you know, NFT card collectibles. I was very critical of NFTs, and I made a lot of fun of them, and then they all kind of collapsed in price. And you know what did not in the same time period? Pokemon. They all stayed the same price. They went up, in fact, over time. Here it is. But a lot of people criticized the NFTs. I think a lot of people kind of had an instinct about them that said, a picture on the computer screen and I have to pay for it. This is the current Pokepot. If you'd like to donate a junk card to the Pokepot, have me pull a junk card out of your bag and donate it to the Pokepot. Trump did those digital cards, did he really? Oh, man. People would have bought it no matter what it is, because there's a lot of people that just want to help him succeed. We still got some Trump cards to sell, I think. Hey, it's JC. Just sent an order in. I'll be here watching while working, so I might not respond. All right, sounds good. Thank you very much. Oh, man, it feels like I got to sneeze again. I can feel it coming on. All right, here it is. Jonathan's order. Definitely cool to participate. There's a trading card game out there where you buy a booster box and each card has a code to redeem an NFT of that card. Yeah, very interesting. So, hit me again with the box of Dandadan and a packet of X-Men Finest. We just reduced the price on the X-Men cards. Oh, man, I got a sniffly nose again. Dandadan. Oh, it's killing me, dude. Oh, my nose is totally running. All right. What do you usually look for as far as profit margins on the breaks? Hold on, I got to pause this. Oh my God, dude. I mean, there is a profit margin in all of the things I sell. The profit margin's kind of similar to anything that I sell. If it was much lower profit margins, why would I be motivated to sell it? So, everything's kind of driven by the same profit margin on the channel in general. And if this was much lower than the fastest selling booster pack, I wouldn't want to sell you this anymore, because I'd say, well, this is just going to distract you from the thing that's actually making me money. And so you kind of learn that's how a business works. Like when a fast food company releases a new item on the menu and you're like, I love that thing. It's so good. It's delicious. It's got so much meat on it. And then they take it back and they never bring it back. One of the things that probably happened was it wasn't making them any money. They're like, no, our usual stuff is what makes us the good money. So something like that is probably happening. But, the slab breaks are interesting because they have this issue where 11 people buy 11, buy-ins to one card, and each buy-in is sort of like a PayPal fee, especially since PayPal's used the most. Ooh, Gambit. Cool, you got some kind of special holo here. Does it say what kind of holo it is? It doesn't, but it's just a really cool holo. Oh, it's numbered right on the front. 3 out of 97. You see that? I tried to drop it. All right, here we are. Do you have a set percentage that you look for? No, it's a bit more complicated than that. But when I shop for cards, there is a complicated thing that goes on. All right. It's not as simple as some percentage is. All right. There's many contributing factors to how a card sells, like demand. If demand is way too hot, price might rise slightly. Supply. If there's a card I can never supply again, that's being considered as well. But if it's a card I can supply over and over again, we'll drop the price. Here's Ultimates, Daredevil, and Jubilee. There we go. There's another factor that goes into pricing things on this channel, and that is if overall, let's say I cannot fill the stream time up. I don't have enough to fill the stream time up. That is something we look at too. That's a problem. We always want to fill the stream time up with something fun. Here's Wolverine, and here is Uncanny. Sometimes we lower the price on a set where we really want to see the best pull come out, because, that's important to us too. We want to actually see the top pull so we can make a nice video out of it, and because we like making that content. Okay. We also consider, I say we, it's just me. I also consider when the margins are too severe, like they're too punishing, that's not a great look. So I don't ever like to be too far out from the normal. And when the margins are very generous, people like it. They go, hey, I like this guy. His prices are fairly competitive or even better than the last place I was. So, I try to do my best to be exciting to actually come over here and buy something. It's about making you guys happy. You guys know I want to make a little money, right? That's kind of how it works. You go, hey, I know you need to make money while you're working on this, because I'm pouring a lot of time into this. It's about 6 hours of stream, maybe 6 to 8 hours of stream time. If I stream on the other channel, we easily hit around 7 to 8 hours. And then, it's all the stuff that occurs in the back too. So it's like a regular full-time job, but then I do weekends as well, and it's just a lot of work. So you guys know I want to make a little money, and I think you guys are accepting of that. So that's one of the things I don't get about the criticisms for rip and shippers. Like, there's some people out there who are really, really, let's just be frank, very mean to rip and shippers. Some of that meanness is deserved. Like, rip and shippers should be scrutinized for all of the, like, you see these whatnot guys who get started, they just start up and they just immediately scam. It's kind of crazy, actually. I see that all the time. But, there's rip and shippers who are a bit more reputable. I think I'm one of them. I've been going 6 years. You're not going to find any videos about, this one time TCC stole my card. You're not going to find anything like that. Over 6 years and daily streams, and you'll still never find that video. But, so yeah, I've been doing this a long time, and so there's reputable rip and shippers, but you got to think of me like a DoorDasher or something like that. I'm like a DoorDasher. There's the cost of the meal, then there's the DoorDash fee, and then there's the driver fee. So I'm both the DoorDash app and the driver, and so I take a little cut for providing a service of you can get on it at night very consistently. I'm here, and just open the thing that you want to open. It's not unlike tipping a guy who, like, let's say you watch your favorite streamer, and I'm very familiar with this because I used to make pretty good tips on the Monster Hunter channel when I was live over there, and that channel was booming. And people would just give me like $20, $30, $50. You know how I met Mary? She gave me a $100 tip and told me to buy some Pokemon. That's how I met Mary. She's one of the moderators, but she's a bit of a crazy moderator. She doesn't really moderate. But she came in and she tipped me $100 and told me to buy some Pokemon cards. So, I was kind of used to that over there. And that's how a lot of gamers are successful on a gaming channel, is they just receive donations to provide entertainment. So it's kind of like that over here. I'm like a DoorDasher, and you are tipping me when you buy these packs. You're not just buying the packs at the cheapest possible price, which if you wanted to do that, you would probably try to find the hookup. Maybe like a distributor who is desperately trying to get rid of something and they don't want to use eBay or something. I don't know, something like that. So if you wanted the absolute cheapest price, there's a way to get the absolute cheapest price. But if you're hanging out over here, you're getting maybe a reasonable price, closer to retail. Like if you go to Walmart or Target, you get the retail price. So you get maybe a price around there. Or if it's more like second market kind of product, like let's say vintage pack or something like that, it's going to be a little pricier because you don't have that at Walmart or Target. That's something specific. And we host all kinds of really interesting, breaks and activities you can only do over here. So those are pretty special as well. We have our custom things like the custom modern boosters, custom vintage boosters. I make those by hand. And there's just a lot of cool things that go on in a live rip and ship. So there's some real negative, people say some really mean things about rip and ship channels. Some of it is true. I think it's fair criticisms. And I think it's also important to be critical just to make sure, people put a spotlight on some bad behavior or something like that, because bad behavior shouldn't be tolerated. But I also think it's sometimes too mean. Like, I really do a lot of work sometimes. You don't see it, but I do. And it's a real service that people want. I mean, it's popular. You're never going to shut this down because people want this. I use DoorDash. Do I know that I can drive to Taco Bell and get my food cheaper? Yeah, it's way cheaper. It's like $15 cheaper. I only use DoorDash for Taco Bell. I never go to Taco Bell. I strictly DoorDash it. Now, that's not true. On a very rare occasion, I drive to Taco Bell. But like 98% of the time, I DoorDash it. It's like a DoorDash only kind of meal for me. And so I feel like that's what people don't get about Rip and Ship, is that there really are kind of people who, they don't want to mess around with like trying to figure all this stuff out. They just want to come here, have a good time, join a break or two, maybe open some of their favorite packs, be part of the giveaways, and that's it. It's just like a little club you've joined, and there's a fee for being part of the club, maybe. Oh my gosh, Mary's responsible for Rip and Ships. Yeah, she had me buy those cards at a very specific time. I was probably talking about it in stream. I was researching investing in gold and baseball cards, and I don't even watch baseball. And I might have talked about how when I was a kid, I collected Pokemon or something. I don't remember exactly what happened, but Mary gave me $100 to buy Pokemon cards and make her a video out of it, which I did. And then I decided that I would start working on Pokemon card investing. That was all like 7 years ago. That was before the Cardconomist channel even existed. But I had this theory that Pokemon cards would make a good investment. And that was 7 years ago. And you could buy a Dark Charizard First Edition PSA 10 for like $800. You could buy many of the Rocket Return cards, PSA 10 reverse holos for $50 to $75. You know, like I got those Dragonites for $250 or $230 or whatever. Now they're like $10,000 or whatever they are. I don't know. But yeah, that was a really long time ago, and those cards were cheap as hell, man. But they were going up in price, and so I was like, man, I think these could be a real investment. And I took a big risk, and I just took all my income from the Game Economist channel and started buying Pokemon cards. That was it. It was a gamble, pure gamble, and I'm still holding on to some of those cards today, and that gamble paid off in the spades, man. It did very well. Did extremely well. All right, here it is. My theory today is whoever holds their cards the longest is the winner. You know, because what's going to happen is people are going to make a little bit of money holding on to Pokemon cards, and then they're going to bail. They're going to say, I got to sell these. And the winner is going to be whoever cleans out all those guys out. If you are the one who doesn't bail and you just keep buying all the way to the end, all the way to 70 years old, you're the winner. Because the price of the cards will just explode the whole way. All these young kids will grow up. Everyone who was 16, I'm sorry, wait, so it's been 6 years, right? Everyone who was like, maybe like 15 years old 6 years ago, they're 21 now, maybe with good jobs, starter jobs or something. Those guys are buying cards now. They've been watching Pokemon content all this time. And so, yeah, it's, I think it just gets crazier from here. I really do. You just get more and more young people. I'm just talking a lot, right? I'm kind of ranting. All right. Happy birthday, mister. Thanks, man. I'm turning 36 years. Go ahead and refresh this. I stream a bit. Definitely try to explain these things to people who don't understand, but they just never seem to budge. Should I just stop trying to explain to them and realize that it's not my audience? It's tough out there. If you're trying to do a rip and ship, I think that the problem today with rip and ships is all of the negativity about rip and ships, especially brand new ones. And so it's hard to prove yourself over time. But the harder part you're going to run into is when I got started 6 years ago, I had no competition. Now there's very severe competition. And there is more than enough people to fulfill the need of all the consumers for rip and shipping. Maybe you could try to do something more niche, like a card genre or hobby that other people aren't doing. But the problem is, when you're really kind of bullied around by bigger rip and ship channels, you start to reach for the fringes, and the fringes kind of ask you to start doing things you probably shouldn't do, you know? So I feel like you start to maybe exaggerate your odds, or you start to exaggerate what you can really give to your audience, or you have to play with razor thin margins or negative margins. So it gets very, very tough. You have to remember, when I got started, not only did I have no competition, I had another YouTube channel that was really successful. So I was well known already, and people just followed me in here going, I'll invest in Pokemon cards, you know, because they liked me for Monster Hunter. So I had this unusual positioning already, and it's just kind of difficult. I think that the big card shops, they're going to be the ones to make the biggest move now. All right, here we go with them. Mister, it's your birthday? It's my birthday. Didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday. Same birthday as my little brother. Ah, very cool. Yep, I was an April baby. And April 3rd is my birthday. Here it is. All right. Yeah, when kids start getting grown-up money, they will spend it on Pokemon. There will be more and more rip and ships. There will be more and more online-only card shops. But you have to imagine, there's a point where there's too many shops and too few consumers spread too thin. So I think it will get very vicious. Here's the problem is, when you're drowning, because, ooh, what do we got? That's an R. What the hell? Why does it look so crazy, dude? Wow, it's so good looking. Vegito Barrage. I think when somebody has dreams of opening an online card shop and then they go and they invest a lot of money on a risk that their card shop does well, and then it doesn't do well, I think they're in a very difficult position now and very tempted to do something wrong. And this is why there's so much fear surrounding new card shops, because people already know that's kind of the game now. It's the people who are in a bad position now have to figure out, how do I get my money back out? Here it is. How do I not lose too much? Altart. That was cool, man. Everyone's a genius during bull market. Oh yeah, that's another thing. When the Pokemon cards start doing bad, like, you know, because they did do that. They did that at the beginning of the launch of Scarlet Violet, and that lasted for like 2.5 years, 3 years maybe. Here it is. Dark Metal Energy. Very nice. The South Park logo. This is an official South Park card. It's vintage. It's the only South Park collectible card set. Pretty cool. And Ghastly. $95. Wow. $63 gold stamp. Cool, man. We have an order, Mr. Eddie Mendoza, 2 Halo Upper Decks. Yes. I want one of those fat packs to come out. I wish you'd get one of those fat packs, because I feel like when we open the fat packs, it really sells the set. Okay. Very good. But yeah, I think there's probably still room for more rip and ship channels. I just think, man, it's going to get really tough. It's going to get really tough. Rip and ship channels earn money, but it's risky money sometimes. Like, all you need is one multi-$1,000 chargeback. You know, how are people going to deal with that? I was watching, did you guys catch that Dave Ramsey? Oh! There we go. There we go. This is a big card. Voice Talent Index. Kevin Michael Richardson as Tartarus. That's from Halo 2, correct? Or was that Halo 3? No, it's Halo 2, right? Tartarus was Halo 2. Was it? I can't remember now. That's a big card, though. Look at that, guys. The voice of Tartarus. New South Park episodes finally, says Ace. Wow, that is cool. That's definitely a clip right there. Tartar sauce? It's tartar sauce. Oh, yeah, it's Halo 2. It says right here, Halo 2. Okay, I had it right. There you go. Very nice. Wow. Super cool, man. Eddie Mendoza, signature from Tartarus. Oh, that is so cool. I'm a little jealous. Every time somebody opens a big pull out of this Halo set, I get jealous, man. Such a good brand. They need to bring a new game onto the Xbox that really gets people super stoked on Halo again. Okay. Well, that's great. We actually have a video to make now. Okay. Good. Halo Wars. Oh, Banished Phantom. Okay. And this cool looking hunter card. I wouldn't mind having a numbered one of those hunter cards. Banished Phantom War Machines. Okay. Grabbing this. Very nice. And we're going to put this into the sleeve. So, I'll grab your bag. That's a fat bag, dude. By the way, Mr. Eddie, if you ever want to donate a Halo card that you thought was stupid looking, that's another thing you can put in the Pokepot. Just saying that so that everyone kind of understands how that Pokepot's working. It's really anything you don't want. As long as it's not a hollow, a basic hollow. Basic hollow is too cheap. Halo coming out for PlayStation. I heard about that. All right, let's go ahead and get this link. Very cool. You think there'll be PlayStation guys who never played it? I bet they'll play it and be like, eh. I like God of War better. Okay, way up here, stream clips. Good? All right. So that is saved as a clip. We have an order, Elizabeth, 2 boxes of Dandadan. Holy, we're going to sell out of that, man. Dandadan selling fast. Throw one in there, says Eddie. Well, Mr. Eddie, let's see. Let's just grab one of these packs and find a junky card real fast. How about this goofy looking thing? You almost can't even see what it is. All right. These are some of my least favorite cards from the Upper Deck packs. They're like a scene from the video game. And first of all, they're horizontal cards. And then it's just sort of like, I don't know. Halo Wars 2. I've never seen that before. You would have had to play Halo Wars 2 to appreciate that card. Okay. That's the Pokepot. You donate a card that you don't want, and you get a roll of dice. Landing on 6, 3, and 1. There you have it. The card stays in the box. All right, Miss Elizabeth, good luck. The Pokepot. Good. Ooh, oops, smacking my screen. Are we still here? How do we have 111 viewers now? It's like 5:13. It's like way later now. Damn, triples is hard to get. You'd think so, but actually it's happened like 2 or 3 times, hasn't it? Twice, I think. I think the odds are 1 in 36. So it's like a 36-sided die where you needed to land on 36. All right, here goes. We got more viewers as the night went on. There should be more people here, damn it. Well, we started extra late tonight. We started at 2 a.m. in the morning. It was like 2:10 even. So that's my fault. I was just starting like in the middle of the night. Blindingly late. We're probably getting people waking up in New York right now. 6 a.m. New Yorker. Here it is. We got... ooh. This is truly an overnight stream. Oh. We have our daytime stream and we have our overnight stream. Oops. Happy birthday, mister. Thank you very much. I'm getting everything I wanted for my birthday. I'm getting to open some Dandadan. Here's... Oh. Oh. Okay, here's some crazy-haired kid stuff. Very nice. Very good. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Ooh. You did it. You got the pink-haired girl. That's the card, Elizabeth. How does it feel to be 52? Well, I guess it's okay. 36 is the new 52. Very good. 40s is the new 30s. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Do. Grabbing this. Oh. Mister's aging like milk. I'm aging like fine wine. I'm heading right into my silver fox years. All right. Okay. Tossing this over here. Ooh. Snipping this. Snipping this. All right. Who wants to get old? It sucks, says Troy. Yeah. I think that generation after generation of dead humans would probably agree with you. They'd be like, we prefer to live forever. That's actually the basis of many stories, right? Like the immortality. That's Harry Potter, the Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah, immortality. There we are. All right. She's looking kind of scary, man. I'm going to be 38 this year. What? All right. We are, so we're similar in age. Okay, let's see. Reminds me of the most recent YMH. Do you like stand-up comedy? I love stand-up comedy, but I don't recognize YMH. I don't feel like I've kept up with stand-up more recently, the last year or so. Yes. My knees crack all the time. I got no energy. WTF. All right. I went on a nice 40-minute walk today. We went on a trail in the Hahatonka Park, and it was a trail we'd never been on, and it was kind of unpleasant because it had rained recently, and the stupid walkway was full of muddy water. So now my shoes are outside. They're covered in mud, my nice walking shoes. I was like, damn it. Should have just walked in the park, huh? It is, but it was very, very beautiful, and it was so warm outside. It's perfect weather right now. It's like I broke a sweat, right? And it's weird. It's like I'm very good at these walks now. I just have a lot of stamina for walking. But, yeah, you can climb these big hills and not be killed by it. Basically, the oldest story wasn't the Epic of Gilgamesh about seeking immortality. I'm not sure. Yeah. If you think about the Christian story with Jesus and God and all them, that's about immortality too, right? So instead of dying, you go to heaven and you live forever, right? You live forever in heaven. So it's the same story, really, isn't it? Okay, Miss Elizabeth, the desire to live forever. Everyone wants it. Very good product. In fact, when you sell products, it's pretty good if you tell the consumer, this product will make you younger, smarter, faster, stronger, wealthier. You know what I mean? All the things. You live forever. You can eat it and your IQ will jump 10 points. Need a boost in the morning? Try our new mushroom coffee. It's better than regular coffee. So much of life when it comes to selling products is just that. Just telling people these crazy stories about how you'll have the fountain of youth if you just give me all your money. There's Garchomp, Natu, and Tentacruel and Fortress. Good morning, Europe. I hear Pokemon cards make you immortal. All right, we have Miss Elizabeth, 2 spots in Houndoom, 1 spot in Mew. Miss Elizabeth, all right. Let's see. What am I missing? I must be scrolling past it. There it is. Mega Sublist. All right, you're on spot number 1. Good luck in there. I hear Belle Delphine sells Eternal Life water. Well, in a way, money does give you a longer lifespan. You get better health care. But also, if you're just suddenly extremely wealthy, you can just retire and do whatever you feel like. So, you know, Belle Delphine, she shook her booty cheeks on camera, and everyone hates her and disrespects her. And oh yeah, that's degeneracy, and oh, you shouldn't have to be a corn creator, an adult star. But look at her. Her net worth has to be like 20 million or something, right? Let's see if we can see her net worth. Let's see. She gets to get all the nicest things now. Money is a little bit like a fountain of youth. The closest thing to it. Net worth of around 10 million. So she almost has as much as me. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have that kind of net worth at all. No, but I mean, 10 million, significant. And that's retirement. She's younger than me. I'm almost 100% sure she's like probably about 25. And she's done. She can now put the 10 million into the stock market, buy herself a little home, live off the dividends, and get all the health care she needs, and do anything she wants with her free time. When you don't have to work as many hours, it's like having a longer life in a sense, because you get to spend your free time doing exactly what you want. You have more free time. When you have to spend every hour of your free time doing something that you don't like, then it's sort of like you have a shorter life. Even if you live for the full 75 years, your actual time had to be traded for money. So that's what it's all about, huh? All right, so 2 spots in the Houndoom. That's a great Natu art. By the way, look at this Natu art. It's Pop 4, so if you're a Natu fan, or you like to collect psychic Pokemon or bird Pokemon, or you like Unseen Forces, this is Pop 4, and $175 is an extremely reasonable price for what you're getting. The booster pack here is very expensive. The odds of a 10 are poor, especially now. And that is a reverse stamp Unseen Forces Natu. Yeah, it's a bit more of a niche Pokemon. I wonder what I bought it for. I might have bought it just around the same price, to be honest with you. Here we are. Some of these cards make more money than others. Natu doesn't appear to be a money maker. All right. Okay. Oops. Very nice. This goes into the lightning bolt. This goes to 7 and then to 8. The Houndoom break is nearly completed. By the way, you have your option of 2 battle cards if you want to get into a gym break. That is the Beedrill gym break. And the cheaper Weedle gym break, $35 and $42. We hosted 2 gym breaks today, so people had a chance to see what that was all about. Here's an order for Hathim 5 Korean electric breaker. Korean electric breaker is going to be right over here. Mr. It's been a great stream. I'm headed out to lock in. See you later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Mr. Thin. Ooh, lovely. Oh, we going deep thought now, are we? Very nice. Well, I've said this before, that I think of money like energy. It's like your life force. Because it requires your time and your energy to produce the money. That's why I get so angry when someone takes it from me and wastes it. So the government comes and takes my money and throws it on the rocks. And you're like, bro, that was my youth. That was my time. You threw it away. You can't do that. And the government was like, not my money. Who cares? I'll get voted in anyways. And that's very upsetting. Anytime you see waste. Mr. Thim. That's everyone's life force being wasted. Your fellow Americans' life force. If they waste it, it's like you worked for nothing. I think we did a very interesting calculation one time that kind of showed that. This. Brendan McGraw is ready for 3 Journey Togethers. Here you go, Brendan. We're busier at the end of the stream. The hell? I think Natu does not make you money because Lena Hart has that dumb saying, Natu, how do you do? It's very catchy. He does say that, doesn't he? All right. Okay. Oops. Brendan McGraw. Good luck, Brendan. Q-Font Maractus. Look at that Maractus. Shuppet, Caterpie, Meowscarada. Magirna, Sigilif, Alcremie. Ooh. Mr. Brendan. All right, Mr. Brendan. Brendan with the BR. Let's find your bag. Picking up a Maractus there, huh? Not in here. God, this music is so mid, dude. This music is not even like 9 Inch Nails, bro. Okay. Brendan Gonzalez. We did this last time. I remember this. I struggled to find your bag, and then we find it in the yellow box, isn't it? Natu, I want to do an uptrade with you. Oh, yeah. I watched that video. It was very funny. Because you could tell at some points in the video, he was kind of throwing his influence around to get the uptrade. There you go. Especially he had that cute girl with the folder, and she's like, I'm a fan of yours. And she does an uptrade with her, and she's blushing too. It's like, oh my God, bro. There. I'm pretty sure she was anyways. All right. Hathim, another 5. Korean electric breaker. You got it, Mr. Hathim. If anyone would like to jump in the Pokepot, let me know. The comments are killing him. It's like the death of Leonhardt. He probably didn't expect it to go the way it's going. Okay. Cold. Hot. Cold. Hot. Cold. 2 hollows this time, Mr. Thim. Nothing too crazy. Oh, man. I'm going to sneeze again, dude. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take Beedrill off the table to get the focus in on Weedle. Houndour, what a beautiful card. Icy Melon says, I want to buy a PSA slab from you, but I'm nervous to ask and shy. What? You're nervous and shy. Huggly. Here's red. You should do a trade down challenge. Until you get a shitty coin. That would be really funny. All right. I like this idea. Let's get a $700 Dragonite. At them, last 5, Korean breaker. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cody says, why not? I'll do another Rick and Morty card. All right. Cody Hodges is giving in a Rick and Morty card. This time we're going to look for a card in this pile, and it's going to be either of these. I'll do this one. It's all a lie. Got any Nada stickers? Slab. Nada stickers. I don't know what a Nada sticker is. I think I've seen them before. CGC grades them. Is that what you're saying? That set in particular? Okay. Good luck to Who is it? Cody Hodges. You ready, Cody? Landing on 5, 6, and 2. Okay. That's the Pokepot getting a little fat here. Wow. A lot of cards in there now. Cool. Look at that. We got a real thing going on there. All right. Ready? Snipping this. Okay. We got a hollow. A cold one. A Milotic. Oh my gosh, look at that Durant. There it goes. Boop. And a lovely Butterfly. Have you opened Lorcana or just Pokies? We have a little bit of Lorcana on the menu. You can check it. It's under the Disney category. I've not been adding new Lorcana to the menu because there doesn't seem to be enough people demanding it. When people come in and they say, you've got to get Lorcana, it's so good. Then I go, all right, maybe we look into Lorcana. All right, very good. Hathim. What a nice stream tonight. It's 5:30 a.m. in the morning. Bring this over. Let's see. We have a Grady Williams. Could I trade all of my Nikkei in my bag for some store credit? Oh, look, Alex, you made it on. I've got a ton of Nikkei cards because Brandon actually traded me all his Nikkei cards. Okay. And so I'm not especially needing them. There we go. So you can blame Brandon for that. Let's see. Let's take a quick look at what you've got. Some people they just get rid of these. They just say donate. Now, we got these two girls here. Some nice Halo cards. Those are actually pretty nice. There's a little promo. You got this girl here. These two girls. All right. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what I'd offer on that. That's not a lot, to tell you the truth. There's just nothing here that's making me go, ooh, I want to send these out to grade or something. This is the same reason that you want to trade them in. But I will feel bad if I took all your Nikkei cards and didn't give you much money for them. So that's part of the problem, you know. There we go. $10, says Hathim. All right. I can never get ahead on the blister packs or the packs with the coin on it. So now I'm just saving up to get an ETB. I don't know that I changed my luck. I mean, I've seen somebody just spend 400 nothing. No worries, thought I'd ask. Mister, you can donate 3 cards of mine to the Pokepot. All right, that's Jonathan Morris wanting to donate 3 cards to the Pokepot. I might allow you to do that in a row just to add to the Pokepot. What do you got over here, Jonathan? We got to get more work done for Mr. LaFlame. We got to get his stuff graded. Ooh, that's a lot of Final Fantasy right there. That's cool. But I don't want to take your full art from you. put in one IR. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So you do have 3 cards right there that can be donated to the Poke Pot. Those are some pretty standard donations right there. How does that sound? Does that sound okay? What's nice about the Poke Pot is you don't have to spend new money to jump in. If you've already got existing bags, it's just this fun little thing you can do with your current bags. Right, some people want to interact with the stream, but they don't want to spend money. Here's Bonnet. So we found a way to do that. All right, good luck. Roll number 1 ends up being 5, 3, 4. Roll number 2. That's 5, 5, 1. Roll number 3. That's 4, 2, 1. I'll donate those hollows, says Mr. Eddie. Thank you, Eddie. So the hollows are just tossed into a junk pile on my right side here. Let's leave 1 in there as padding. Okay. We love it when people donate these bulk hollows. You know, it's nice that your bags fit into the boxes more easily, but also it's nice that the shipping is cheaper too. So I really appreciate all hollow donations. I'll get you a spot over here, Mr. Eddie, for the donation there. 10, 11. I'm just going to write you down as Eddie. Okay. Here's Oscar Resendez. Oscar R. There's 2 Oscar R's, so I have to be careful with that. Winston Lee. Winston Lee placed an order tonight. How nice is that? Lord Chain. Okay, Lord Chain. This Sharpie marker is it's got such a fat nose. It's not very good for writing with. Okay, let's wrap the stream up here, guys. I think this is a great wrapping up point. Looks like we do have an order here for Hathim. Take a quick look at Hathim. He's going to say, click, 5 Dandadan. Mr. Hathim. 2, 3. 4, 5. Oh, this is in a sleeve. That's right, because we opened that box at the beginning of the daytime stream to count the number of packs. All right, good luck, Mr. Then maybe pull a signature. So signatures, right? Still after Siggies. Okay. Let's see what we got. Here's These Crazy Kids. Oh. This guy breaking the glass while flexing? What? It's a funny scene. $32 for that pack in the middle. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice, guys? $32 for a vintage jungle pack. It's $32 for one card in that pack. $32 for a single card pulled at random. That's called a break. It's one of the things we do on this channel that's very popular. There it is, Mr. Thim. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Thim. I'm saying I thought that was a price. I'm sorry. Oh, you don't have to apologize. Very common question, actually. All right. Hope you guys get a good night's rest. Landing on 13, Winston Lee. Wow, that was pretty fast, huh? Just like that. Spot number 7 and 8 got filled in today. I think actually spot number 6 got filled too. We gave a free spot to Marco. He did me a favor. He found me something that I actually wanted to buy. Yeah, pretty rare actually. But he found me something I wanted to buy. So he got a free slab, and I gave him a free spot in that giveaway box too, as a finder's fee. All right, guys. Oh, it says here we got 2 more orders actually. Let's see what that is real fast. Mr. Eddie with the Houndoom spot. Mr. Thim with 4 more Dandadan. Let me go ahead and get that Houndoom spot. All right, let's do your name. Oh. Okay, so that's the Houndoom. Thim's like, we can't leave it there. Oh, you're killing me, Thim. There's 3 packs. Oh, I know where the 4th one was. It's right here. It's the sticker pack. We'll just get a new one. Okay. Killing me, dude. All right, you ready? I thought I was going to have to stand up and get a whole another box from the other room when we were just this close to hitting the off button to the stream. All right, guys, I hope you're having a great time. We go live every single day, so come back anytime to check and see if we're live. If you want the exact time we go live, smash the subscribe button, smash the bell button, ask YouTube to alert you. YouTube's not super consistent with the alerts, I've heard. Try joining our Discord server. We price up our slabs here, get priced up and posted in Discord. The link to Discord is in the description. You also get a ping when I'm going live, and that's very consistent. So you can always know when I'm going live if you're part of our Discord server. We also have a monthly giveaway in that Discord server. That's at them. Thank you very much. Thanks for the pulls. Finally, some good luck. Yeah? There we go. No problem, man. You got the signature card. That's right. You got the signature card. That was really good. And we'll hand that off to Mike's side, see if he makes that into a video soon, because that is a very cool pull. All right, guys. I had a fantastic Wednesday night stream. We'll be back on for the Thursday daytime stream. See you later, everybody. Unless I break my leg. See you later.